Hello, Internet! Welcome to Drunken Dragons, where we play D&D, and the stakes have never been drunker. I did it twice, guys. Twice. It's
Look at
gone
you.
right twice. I'm so proud of me. Before we get started, we have our normal thank yous and our announcements. So our first thank you is, as always, to our Mr. Producer, Neil P. _voiceover in the chat for all of the amazing character art you see. He also did all of our emotes and all of our pre-show, post-show screens. He's a super rad guy, and you should all follow and watch his streams under his channel, which you can follow by going to his name in the chat, because he's always in the chat, because he's great. I think the chat actually might be that way. I don't know. It's a direction. We'd also like to thank Sirenscape for all of our audio support. They now have an online player with no clients at all to download to use it, which is a blessing, because getting everyone to download things and sync things and it always work was really hard. So the online client is a lot easier. They just click join after you send them the URL. It's a big convenience. You should certainly check them out and take your campaign to the next level. This Sunday, I should, and I say should because last time my tech had a complete fucking meltdown because OBS hates me, but I should be playing Strange Horticulture for our solo Sunday. Plants and cats, y'all! Plants and cats and murder and plants and cats and... yeah. It's gonna be the song.
Murder not so much for you, but plants and cat, totally up your alley.
Yeah, the murder's for everyone else.
Yeah. It's mainly me. You're like, I have to appease Steven somehow, so I'll toss in murder.
Yeah, some light murder. So now, with all of that housekeeping done, let's dive into Critical Role Call of the Netherdeep. I don't know.
We're doing the echo. Nether, deep.
Never.
Never, ever?
Never have I ever. Scrap that. We're just gonna play that game. Everyone is like, I'm game.
We already have the alcohol. We're there.
I was there. So.
If we ever do a just chatting, that would be a good section. So last time, the Lady A-holes found out the shiny necklace they obtained has a lot more to it than they thought, and they were pointed in the direction of Bazzoxan, a city which was once the main seat of the Betrayer gods during the Calamity. After finishing up some shopping in the city, they headed on the road, taking this tour on the road. While there, they encountered some strange occurrences with a weird shadow bird dragon thing that promptly kicked the shit out of them before they kicked the shit out of it. A moon curse from Ruidus, which really kicked the shit out of them, and they did not get to kick the shit out of it because it's the moon. Although I do expect them at this point to take shotguns to the moon and just blow it up.
I was about to say, Lothus, note to self, destroy moon.
Kill moon. Also, and finally, a tax collection on the road, which did not fool any of you in the least, which you quickly, destroyed them. Here, with bodies laying around and horses without riders kind of running off into the distance, our a-holes stand. And I'm assuming, based on our conversation last time, loot the fuck out of the bodies.
Loot the fuck!
Loot the bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let good loot go to waste. Waste not, want not.
I'm still a little bit disappointed that we did not take care of the one that got away.
He'll be forever the one that got away.
Yeah, he'll tell the tale? I don't
Tail
know.
the tale.
Yeah, tail the tale.
We'll spread
Whatever.
our lore
My
far and
dyslexic
wide.
ass was just going, what?
Yeah, my brain's not working today, so let's make me think about a lot of things at one time while I DM. It's great. It's a good time.
As Corey finds all of our loot stuff, guys, this is just a friendly reminder. In about 1 hour, we will be releasing the Chaos Gremlin. For our viewers that watch, this means that you have the opportunity to fuck us over, or if our players get a little bit frisky, and they will fuck themselves over and light themselves on fire.
It did happen.
Things, they happen.
The ginger went truly ginger and flamed on.
Full ginge. Okay, so... let me find where the thing is. There it is. So as you guys are looting the body, you find 18 gold worth on the main captain guy's body that you took out.
How many of us are there? 5?
4.
4. Can we just bump that up to 20 so it's evenly divisible?
High or low?
I don't know. Low. I mean, we could do a silver
No.
translation. No. Okay.
Well,
So
no,
how
that
many
is-
silver per gold?
It's 10 silver per 1 gold, right? Yes.
Or someone can
Great.
just decide to take less than someone else. I don't
I
know.
mean,
I'll take.
For
I'll
sake
take
of
less.
it, I would say Kaneen will take less. He's got
Great.
some
that's-
and doesn't spend much, so he gets free beer right now. So
Lilith will not be
4
taking much.
apiece, except you two. 3 for
Okay.
you two. So
Sure,
wait,
that
what?
sounds right. I don't know if that's accurate,
4,
but
4, 8, 3,
in that case, yeah, it's 12 apiece. Then yeah. if we're
no,
not-
that does not
Yeah,
sound
yeah, yeah.
accurate.
12. What am I putting in?
Oh God, we're trying to. I'm getting the calculator out.
It's math. I cannot.
I don't know.
4 plus 4 is 8, and then 3. Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
2,
you're
4,
wrong.
6,
Wait.
So
Nope. That's wrong.
So it'd be 5,
So-
5, and 4 and 4.
All right. Great. Well, I'll take 5 because I did that,
Yeah,
and
I'll
I
do
need a
4
consolation prize.
because I didn't math at all.
Okay, so
Were these
Lilith and
silver
Dr. Ray,
or gold?
5 gold.
Gold.
And then we have Nevi and Kaneen taking 4.
This is our entire stream. You have 18 gold. We are.
My 5th grade math teacher would just be so disappointed.
There are also 6 daggers if anyone would like a free dagger. They do have names carved into the hilts.
Ooh.
So
Even
Great.
better.
Right?
Yeah.
if you would
I
like
have-
the names,
You have now mentioned this. I need to know, what are the names on the daggers?
I actually do know the names. That it is Bone Shaver,
Ooh.
Gleam, Grudge, Jabby, Pierce, and Tickles.
I kind of want
My
the
gosh.
Tickles
bone.
is my favorite.
So who all is taking daggers? Because Kaneen is going to take whatever is left of those daggers.
I'll take a
He's
dagger.
going to wait and let everybody else collect what they want, and then take everything else of those.
I've got 2 daggers. I'm good.
I have.
I'll take 2.
So you're taking. How many did you take, Nevi?
None. I'm good.
Oh, you're good. You're taking 2. I'll take 2. I'll take Tickles and Bone. Was it Shaver? You said?
Bone Shaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take Bone Shaver and Tickles.
So Gleam, Grudge, Jabby, and Pierce are left.
Pierce and Grudge for me.
Okay.
That's what
so
Gleam and Jabby for me.
Gleam and Jabby.
Dope.
The old G&J.
As a
Sounds like it should be a trick.
Lilith collects part of her dress, so she'll move off to the side, and you just see an assortment of daggers that are hanging on the underside of the dress.
That you don't use.
No, but they're ready. They're there, just in case. You
Hey,
know.
kid, you want to buy a dagger?
I dare somebody to come up behind me and hug me.
Okay. So with all of that plunder done, I need someone to volunteer to roll a d8. I don't remember who did last time. I know
did.
everyone did +1.
I think Nevi was the only one that didn't roll yet.
Yeah, so I think I brought the bird.
Yep. I brought the
Okay.
tax collectors.
So I'm rolling a d8.
Yes, roll a d8.
I got a 4.
A 4.
I feel like that's a solid middle of the road roll.
Okay. So on your 6th day, so go ahead and mark a long rest if you have not done so already.
Ooh, we get along.
Um,
Yay.
Yes, that was the end of the 5th day.
Yeah.
Long rest, long rest.
Your 6th day kind of goes without any sort of issue or trouble. And then on the 7th day, while you're traveling along the road, you see something strange laying on the side of the road. And as you approach, it looks almost like a big orange rock. And as you get closer, you realize the orange rock is fuzzy.
Oh no, it's like that thing from Star Trek that Spock mind melded with, and it just looked like a big sentient rock / slime mold. Forget what it's called. It's similar to horchata, but it's not horchata.
Similar to horchata. You know,
A little bit
that's demonic
confused.
horchata.
Slightly confused. Local will look at it's like, what goes on in no, I don't need to know what goes on in your head. Never mind.
Kanina would like to throw a rock at it.
Okay.
Just softly, not like kind of like pelt it, just like
It's like a
didn't have
furry
a
little
javelin.
friend.
there's quarterstaff anymore, so he's just gonna poke it with a rock from a distance now.
Yeah, roll a dexterity check to see about throwing that
Okay.
thing.
Can it be not a dexterity check?
No, because it's a
Uh,
thrown weapon.
Fine. 12.
12. Okay. You throw the rock and it bounces, hits it. Kind of bounces to the side. Nothing.
Does it like seem to be like breathing or just there?
It's just there.
I am so
Horta.
tempted to be like,
That's
oh,
what it was
that's what we're
called.
doing. And she begins to pull the souls from Eleanor. Like, this is what we're doing? Eldritch Blast.
You're still
Okay,
a
can-
decent distance away at this point.
It's 120 feet that I can. Is it that far away?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm not saying that about Eldritch Blast. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
that I'm giving descriptions because we're all standing there with
Don't
our
blast
thumbs up
it
our asses.
already.
So
I had my thumb up Eleanor's ass pulling out the Eldritch Blast.
but it's still a decent distance away. And are you guys going to stay stopped where you are? You're probably about 50 feet away or so.
Kanina will
Okay,
take his maul out and start slowly walking towards it. Unless
Yeah, no, same. Dr. Ray will also be approaching it, but not
Okay.
with a weapon out, because she thinks it is, in fact, the thing from Star Trek, and so she will also do this.
Okay.
Nevi is gonna tug on the back of Kanine's whatever you're wearing at this point. Do you have like a
Pants.
jacket? You're in clothes, right? Okay.
Pants. Yeah, like,
Great.
yeah.
Not much.
Once we're within 40 feet, can I mind link with this?
That's what
Can
Spock
I-
did.
Certainly
Tell-
try.
Oh, now it's terrifying.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. To be a terrifying jerk. Okay.
My day
so-
was shitty. I'm going to make yours shitty too.
You guys start kind of walking slowly towards it, and Nevi, whenever you get within 40 feet, you attempt to reach out with your mind and link with it, and there is nothing there to link with. It's just nothing.
Not having a bad day, right? Like,
And
it's the creature
No.
and not me. Okay.
no, it's not you. You're not just having like an off brain day, like I am. But as you all get closer, and about whenever you get within that 40 feet, you're starting to see kind of over the other side of it, bits of corpses on the far side of the field. And you see the corpses about 24 humans in hide armor, as well as this pool of like black ichor that the corpses and the large orange fuzzy thing are sitting in, and they seem to be kind of like slowly melting into, as well as the corpses of a bunch of horses in the area.
Yep, I'm backing the fuck up.
So, 2 questions further. Really a question and a comment. One is, can you elaborate which parts of the corpses? Because you did say parts of corpses, and so
Mhm.
just curious. And 2, I guess I'm just in a Star Trek mood because this also reminds me of the thing that killed that one character in Next Generation, the Goopity Goo that killed Tasha Yar. So either way, this is a Star Trek thing. Peace out, yo. I don't want to die.
So the bits of corpses are varying. It seems like some of the corpses have like just melted down into this goop faster than other bits that are closer to this weird orange fuzzy thing. Everyone roll either a religion check or a history check. You all look very proud of yourselves. All right, let's start with Lilith first.
Let's do 19 religion.
19 religion. Okay. Nevi.
Did 14 religion?
14 religion. Okay. Kaneen.
16 dealer's choice.
Okay, they're the same. So who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah, they're both negative ones. They're not negative.
All right. Dr. Ray.
Nat 20, baby.
Hey.
Begins already.
Okay. So all of you are. Would you like me to take a shot? By the way, I forgot to ask.
No, I want the positive effect right now.
Okay. So all of you are actually familiar with this creature as you get up closer. You haven't seen one yourselves, but you've heard of it. It's an Udaak. Udaak. It's a demon, an ape-like demon that prowls the wastes since the calamity occurred. And it is certainly dead from all of these corpses in the area. It's been punctured with numerous spears and axes. And you do know that whenever it dies, it does produce a black viscous ichor that melts anything in it and has like an acidic component. Dr. Ray, you are familiar that these demons don't usually travel completely alone. Typically, demons like that tend to have not so much companions as they're kind of like a beneficial leech to the demon of these other demonic entities called quasits. They're tiny, they're usually invisible, and they tend to kind of feed off of the pickings that the larger demons leave behind and cause mischief and minor trouble. But they do tend to travel with them.
They also store clothes and coats.
Yes. Correct.
Would I know if their invisibility is like they have no form, or the form is just not visible to us?
They have the ability to become invisible.
Right. So if I had like chalk, say, in my adventurer's kit, I could throw it and see if it sticks to anything, and it would stick.
Yeah, they're still physically there. It's not like they've blinked out of existence. They're still physically there. They have a form. It's just not visible to anyone who does not have true sight.
Okay. Which I certainly don't. Okay. Okay. Well, I definitely let the others know this, and I'm like, yo, this is bad news. There's some like invisible parasites probably hanging out. Also, sorry, by they don't travel alone, do you mean the orangutan thing travels in packs? So there are
Well,
multiple...
no, not that the Udaak travels in packs. Those usually travel by themselves. They usually have these small, tiny creatures kind of hanging around in their fur and things like that. Called
I'm much
Like-
less worried now.
Okay, so just one further question. By tiny, do you mean like microscopic? Do you mean like flea size? Do you mean
I
like
mean,
lump of
tiny
coal?
sized. So, tiny sized is like that big-ish.
Okay.
You
Fairy sized.
may or may not have already been introduced to one earlier on.
I was actually about to ask that exact question. I was like, isn't that what
It's
Lilith popped out for like a quick second?
oh, you mean my friend Knox? She looks
Sure.
down to Eleanor. Knox, come out, Knox. You see a little shimmer come out of Eleanor's face, and appears a closet.
Oh, okay. So we don't need to worry because you make friends with these things.
Well, I'm friend with this one, but you should worry.
Okay.
So we can talk to the other ones then, right? Like they probably know each other.
All closets know each other. So Kaneen's a demon racist.
I feel like if you're gonna be, like, I think that's the one that's maybe kind of okay.
Okay, sure. Sounds like
Great
an excuse to me.
assumption, but no. Not go back, please.
Can it see the other ones?
That is. A good
Is that a thing? Because I would assume that if they can all do it, they would be able to see each other. But
Quasits do not have true sight.
that sounds really inconvenient. Then they're gonna bump into each other all the time.
Well,
Could Neve mind link with any of them?
You
Are they
can't see them
sentient
to mind
enough?
link with them. Because you have to see them, right?
Let's see.
I think that's.
I mean, I have a
The
really
creature
good
must
memory.
be able to see me. So the creature has to see me and be within 40 feet.
So like
So-
a cone of mind link.
Heyo. Gonna get out my tinfoil.
I mean,
Nevi, I knew you were into odd things, but blindfold.
Lilith, we'll talk about this later. And that was one time, okay?
that's the mind link response. Where's the regular mind link?
It's about to be. I've already had the birds and bees conversation. I already know about that. You don't have to explain it to me.
Thank God.
The mind link says you can speak telepathically to any creature you can see within 40 feet of you. You were looking at the mind link response, which is you being able to make it where they can talk
Oh.
back to you in your mind. To talk to them, you have to be able to see them.
Okay. I have a teenager. I deal with too much talk back the way it is, so.
I'm gonna talk to you and you're not gonna talk to me. You're gonna deal with it.
So should we be like worried about these things or just like keep on walking?
Let's see.
Because like if they're not gonna try to swing at me, I don't see the point in trying to swing at tiny invisible things. I mean, I'm
If
not
it's-
opposed. It sounds like a fun
if-
time, but
So, my Nox, it's really good for, looking around and hiding itself. Its look is not as bad as its bite, although they do like to bite. They like to claw too. But in all else fail, they like to scare more than they like to attack.
ooh, I feel like fright things are gonna be some sort of save that I don't do well.
Dr. Ray, you have stupid passive perception right now.
I do. It is 21.
Yeah.
Jesus!
Good night.
Took a feat. Dr. Ray, while you're having this conversation, you get kind of like a bit of a sense in like your overhead space, and you glance up and you can barely see what looks like a large bird circling overhead at about 300 feet as well.
This is another
Oh.
one.
Great. Okay.
no.
So hey, Bird up there as well.
Bird.
Player though has a question.
Uh-huh.
So with this invisibility, is it a function of the spell invisibility? And by that I mean, if it takes damage, is it visible again?
Yes, if it takes damage or if it does a thing, like takes an action to like attack or cast a spell or something of that sort, it will become visible again.
Okay. I'm not super worried about that. I mean, if anything, I can just use Shatter and make them all take like 10 damage or whatever, and then we see them all. And I assume they can't just immediately go back invisible, but hey, you know what they say about assuming. But yeah, Bird also. Guns out, I don't know. Battle, music.
Is it the same type of bird that we fought earlier? Because I'd
That
rather
is
not.
my question. Because
It
yeah,
is
that's I
hard
would
to
also
tell
rather
at
not.
that distance.
You know what? Let's not risk it. Well, let's just go.
Yeah, sure, fine.
Yeah, I mean-
I'm
Right.
cool with not fighting.
Okay. You guys are just gonna move on?
I mean,
Give it a large berth
Like-
and walk around?
We're gonna
is there anything like valuable on the demon before we walk away?
You'd
I'll-
have to
I'll
go
st-
up to the demon to inspect it to do that.
How big is this pool of acid blood stuff?
The pool of black ichor isn't super big on the actual road. It's mostly like all over the place out where the bodies are. You're assuming that's where like it lost blood and things like that, and that is what that becomes.
So there's not a whole lot of blood by the actual
Yeah.
demon
Yeah.
orangutan.
Oh, there is by the demon orangutan. It's probably about like 5 feet around it.
So do
Any
we want
logs
to
nearby?
loot the demon, or do we want to
sure
loot
like
the
to.
bodies?
Yeah.
Those bodies are too far gone. This demon looks
Higher,
likely
high or low?
high.
Green. There is a fallen tree log. that
Cool. I'm
you-
gonna pick it up and go put it down and then walk on it.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
To the demon body.
I was gonna
Okay.
offer that you like hold my ankles and I use my core strength to engage myself to go rifle in its pockets. I'm glad that we're not doing that plan.
I'm tempted to accidentally throw this log way into the. Oh no!
So you go ahead and toss the log down to walk across the ichor to get to the bodies. And as you begin to walk across the ichor, Dr. Ray, you notice that bird is coming in hot and fast. And I
Right, I'll
need
look
everybody to roll initiative.
This is where we're going to die.
Great.
This is. I knew it.
Ooh,
I knew it.
I don't want to be in this log anymore.
Yep, now you're on a balancing beam.
Hey, I think that's the best dexterity I've got this entire campaign so far. By that I mean
Okay.
it's not a single digit.
Yeah.
The good news is I rolled ass.
You rolled
I
an
didn't roll
ass.
it on dice.
Yeah.
I mean, certain dice, I guess, but if you're playing with those, you may
Oh.
swap out.
Lick and ass.
Okay. 25 to 20. No? No? Okay.
Oh, yes. Sorry, 19.
19. Okay, 19 to 15. We got one 19. Yes.
19 is not in 25 to 20.
Nope. It is not, but that's okay. I wrote it down anyways.
Mine is 15.
15. Okay. Anyone else? No. Okay. Colleen at 15. 14 to 10. No. Okay. Oh, Nevi.
I got 13.
13. All right, 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Yes, Lilith.
8.
8. Oh, what is your dexterity, please?
Oh, that's always good. Dex is math is 13.
13. Okay. All right. Okay. So Dr. Ray, you are first. This verb thing is swooping in hot and fast as it's coming down and towards you all. You do notice it does not have the smoky effect of the other burb. So it does not
Standard
appear to be that specific scary thing. It does have very clawy limbs and a weird tail. So
Mm,
there's
Say
that.
tail?
Tail, like the thing that comes out your butt.
That does not come out my butt, actually.
Mm.
You don't know what you're missing then.
They make plugs for that.
I'm gonna respectfully pass.
You know, don't knock it till you try it.
No, not knocking, just passing.
How far away is it?
It is currently about 120 feet away. After that
Okay.
round of zoom zoom.
So I don't know if we ever determined the like geometry of my breath weapon. It says I actually don't know it. The excellent the blah 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 blah. It doesn't actually say. It
Usually
says
a
something about your
cone.
background.
Oh, so it's either a
Yeah.
cone or a line.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure it's a cone, but it doesn't say the distance. Either way, it's not 120 feet. I hate batting lead off. Jeez. Jeez. What can I do in 120 feet? You know
Look
what?
at it.
I'm gonna take my yeah, right. I'm gonna take my sling. Gonna put a little rock from the ground in it. And I'm gonna shoot it. Shoot the sling. It says
Okay.
120 feet, I think, because I'm proficient with it. So. Oh no, sorry, I'm not proficient in it. Never mind. That's only 30 feet. I don't do that. Can I hold an action until it gets within 60 feet?
You certainly may. Yeah.
Great. Or the distance of my breath weapon, I guess. I'm gonna guess 30. It's usually about 30 feet.
It is a line for you. It is 5 by 30 foot line.
Great. Of acid reflux. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my spit until it comes within 30 feet.
Hold my spit. Okay. Cool. You hold that action, and I'm assuming you don't want any movement because you're waiting for it to come to you.
Yeah.
Great.
And I will give a bardic inspiration because we did a long rest. To whomever
Holding your
wants.
action is your bonus action.
Never mind, I won't do
That's
that.
how that works.
Goodbye.
Cool. Goodbye. That's Dr. Ray's turn. Kaneen.
Is it swooping towards them or towards me?
It's roll a survival check.
I have that.
Good. I'm proud of you.
That's a 12. But I have that.
It's a little difficult to tell who specifically it's targeting. It seems to be swooping in the direction of your group.
It's a swooping.
Him's a coming.
He's
How
a bigger
big
chicken.
does it look?
Large.
Oh, okay.
As
I had
it
a
is
small
getting
thought that I'd be like,
closer.
maybe I'll just like hold my thing and like just grab it, but
It
yeah,
is
I can still
definitely
grab
getting
it, but it
pretty
might
big.
take me.
Yeah.
How heavy am I? I don't think I'm that heavy. Yeah, I'm not that heavy. I assume not heavy enough for a large creature.
Are you counting with Lilith hanging off your shoulder?
Oh, I'm not on there right now.
Currently on the ground.
I said nope to all this. Lil was backing away, and she's like, "Hi."
I think Lilith has learned her lesson about trying to full-time ride the shoulder, as he's very much like, I'm just gonna walk in the middle of this fight.
Yeah.
This sounds
I'm
like
gonna go
fun.
towards the thing. So yeah, it's about 120 feet away, coming towards the direction of all of you, but the furthest of you are about 40 feet away. With you being closer.
In that case, my guess is it's swoopy swoop. If it was about 300 to now 120, it's probably just gonna have to like do a full swoopy swoop just to get down to us. I want to go ahead and loot this orangutan real fast.
Okay,
Good.
roll an investigation.
There's literally not much else I
mean-
can do right now. Like if I rage, I run the chance of like nothing happening and burning a whole rage for no reason. And I don't. If it gets to me, then shucks, I guess.
By now,
As long
I
as
don't
it's
think this
not me with
becomes
this stuff.
a shock to the team that you do this.
No, not at all.
I've made it very clear on my stance on stealing and looting things. It's investigation. Oh, that's a -2, a -1, but it's also a negative. I have a lot of negatives.
I love negatives.
Well, I just had this opportunity when I was able to I didn't take the feat, so I took the ability score, and I had this chance to get rid of at least one of the negatives. Instead, I bumped up other things.
The
and
things
so
you were
now I
already
just-
good at.
Well, Constitution is proving more and more useful as everything keeps trying to stab me. Unless I can use Lilith as a pincushion again, which
You
did
do
work
try
well
to
for me.
stab
I
it
was about to
first,
say,
though.
I think I've taken a lot of hits.
You haven't taken a lot of hits. You just took one really, really good hit consistently.
It's true.
That shark just really hated you.
Do I want to remind
so
you about the spiders? Fuck the spiders.
That is a 15.
A 15. Okay. So you find a very fancy looking dagger embedded in the
More
hide.
Dagger.
And it is inscribed with a name as well. But this does not seem to be the name of the dagger, rather the name of the owner. And that
That's
is
you.
that is Kirchley Wastewalker. Kierchaley Wastewalker. The way it sounds. And it is a +1 dagger.
Ooh. Cool.
As you come up and start investigating, though, suddenly 3 little closets all try to nip at you. They
I
all
did
try
say
to
one isn't a
bite you.
problem, but several.
They all tried to bite you.
It's fine.
I did forget about those little guys. If I'm being entirely honest. I wrote them off
Same.
entirely.
2 rolled a 12, and then the other one
Nope.
rolled a 22.
Yeah, the 22 hits.
Yeah, I'd hope
One
Time
could
to double
say
check.
this bird was a red heron.
so.
But it's not red.
Nor a heron.
That
Oh,
is
that's fair.
5. That is 5 piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, hey, I can do that one.
No, all the spells that I have been taking in feats has been reaction to the shit that we've been going through. I'm thinking invisibility is going to be on my list of things to get. Just
That's a 16.
I'm done by
That's 16. Okay, so you feel like a sharp burn from where the one bites you, as you feel like a mild poison course through your veins, but you're too strong to
Oh yeah,
care.
the poison stuff I'm fine. Just whenever they're like, "Ooh, here's a spell," that I'm just it's
Yeah,
pretty much-
like
that's-
your
that's
blood
game.
pumps too much to care about the poison. It does not
Look,
give
when
a
you-
single
that's
shit.
why I drink so much. Is so when poison tries to get in, it just
Just
burns.
dies.
Yeah, my blood is basically fully sanitary at all times.
So
Sterilized. That's what I was going for.
there you go. That was their held action if someone got in any sort of close to them.
That's awfully rude.
So, and your action was to investigate. You have bonus action movement if you'd like it. Maybe.
Sorry, I was trying to find my.
Oh god, he
my-
froze
I-
on us.
I'm
no,
never quite
Just mentally
sure.
froze. The camera was working fine.
Inside
Because
his
you
head, there's
stayed
just a dial
so
tone.
Right.
Still.
There it is.
It's a gift.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
With bated breath.
So they are all like visible now, then, right?
Yes.
And they just sitting there staring at me.
They like leaped out, tried to bite at you,
They don't
and then
have
landed
wings, do they?
back
For
in
some
the
reason, in
front.
my mind, they had wings.
They do not have wings.
They don't have wings.
They do
I
not.
just spent this entire time thinking of like little, basically like invisible gnats flying around us,
Yeah.
and now I feel kind of foolish.
No,
Not for
they're
looting as a
like-
bird is trying to death charge me, but for forgetting that they didn't have wings.
They're like little green goblin thingies with claws and like black things that look like eyes all
Yeah, I
over
think I
them.
was picturing like the tooth fairy things from Hellboy.
Oh, those are
Those
cute.
have
Dude.
wings.
No say.
I think it's the second Hellboy, but regardless.
No say. Veo nada.
Are you speaking Elvish again?
I mean, if they're not gonna come after me, I'll let them live on the corpse, I guess. Who am I
Okay.
to yuck their yum and whatnot?
I mean, all
I'm
you
just
have is a
gonna-
bonus action at this point anyways, so.
I have movement.
Yeah, well, movement as
Use
well.
me.
Well, you were saying about letting them live, and I was like, well, all you got is a bonus action, so you can't squash them.
I bonus action fall into them.
Into the acid blood.
I'm sorry, it's falling, not a bonus action.
No.
I would
If
like
the
to use my
intent
movement
is
to
to
fall into them.
smash, then no.
That is a happy coincidence. I'm just
That's-
feeling faint at the moment.
That's a
All right,
t-shirt for
so
you.
you're
Yeah, I'd
If
like
the
to move
intent
off
is
the
to
log.
smash.
backing off the log. Okay, great.
But not quite to the rest of the party yet. And the off chance, just a little breathing, just swoop down. I guess, yeah, no, I will move to the rest of the party. I say, that's like, hey, I'm kind of tanky. I'll stand away from the party. That way I don't get hit.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
So-
I'm going to move to the party if I can get to the party.
okay. Yes, you can.
Yes, okay, great. Thank you.
Um,
You're the best.
your movement is 40 now, right? Or is it 30?
It's 30.
It's 30. Okay, so you can't quite get to them. You're about 10 feet away. Because they
That's
were
close
40
enough.
feet away from the corpse. So,
That's close enough.
okay. Cool. Nevi, your turn.
Okay, it's still about 120 feet up in the air from us, right? Big flying thing?
Yes, it currently is. Yes.
Okay. Ian, how annoyed would you be if I did pass without a trace? You really want to fight this thing?
I mean, like, yes, but I'll get over it. I kind of want to see if I could wrestle it, but
Pass without a trace doesn't make everyone invisible. It just makes your stealth checks better.
Okay.
So, if
You feel
something
good
already
about this?
knows you're there, it's going
Oh,
to be
does
a
it
lot.
know that we're here?
Yes, it is actively
Swoop on
coming
it.
to get your ass.
And the rest of you-
Uh,
And no, just your
Swoop
ass. It
has
just cuts off
commenced.
asses and carries them off. It likes rump roast only.
Ha ha.
well, when it's this fine, of course it wants to take it with.
Oh.
Well, your ass has already been roasted a little bit, so.
True.
I'm tasty.
It
Tasty
smelled
biscuits.
the fire the other day of the roasted rump, and here it is.
There is not too much that I can do. And nothing I have goes that far. So for right
You
now,
can hold something if you want, if it gets within a certain distance of you, but if it's a spell and that's not a cantrip, it still gets expended at the end of the turn, whether you actually get it within area or not.
Nevi is just gonna reach into her cloak and she's going to pull out a dagger in her non-dominant hand.
Okay.
She's gonna
Just
pat
ready.
her little bag of biscuits to make sure they're okay with her other hand.
Okay. Heard.
Bonus action.
We are now back to the closets in the body.
Listen, I left the body alone. They need to leave me alone.
You didn't let me finish my sentence, sir.
I have a
I'm
feeling
just
rocks are
making
going to be
creatures.
flying tonight.
So the closets in the body's fur are going to go invisible again. And they are going to re-bed down in the fur because there's no one currently threatening them. So they just go back sleepy bye.
Well, I'm threatening them. Just, I had to leave.
There is no one currently within their threat range. So that is their turn.
Hey, note to
Lilith.
self, Kaneen needs to build a second backup character.
I will be murdering him soon.
Yeah, right? So, my turn. It's like, I can hit it from here. I can. But, you know, every fucking time I'm the first one to hit it, they focus on me.
Mm-hmm.
So, she looks at the others and sees them just prepping, readying. Dr. Ray's over there hawking a loogie, getting it ready, just a sound. I'm going ready at Eldritch Blast.
Hairball.
Hairball.
Yeah. I'm going ready at Eldritch Blast and only fire at it after somebody else fires at it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be the target anymore.
Fires at it or hits it?
Hits it.
Okay, only after someone hits it. Okay.
Eh,
I just want to make
yeah.
sure that the terminology is right here because those are two
Yeah,
very different
it
things.
is. Yeah,
I don't
hits
want to
it.
get the intention wrong here.
I want somebody else to be the focus of it's somebody else's wrath.
Well, stop doing all of the damage on the first go.
I don't know why.
And then it won't be so upset at you. All right, that is Lilith's turn. We are now on to the birdie bird, which is going to continue to swoop down. Once it gets within 20 feet of the group, I need everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw as it emits a loud scare screech.
Does that count me as well since I'm an extra 10 feet away from everybody else?
It is still 20 feet-ish away from you because it's like coming into the center away to all of you.
I think Pythagoras would disagree, but
I am not doing more math than necessary. So
is this
everybody
with
roll a
advantage?
Constitution. It's just regular.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay.
Yeah. Let's start with Dr. Ray first.
1.
A what?
Sorry, 21.
21. Okay. I was like, a 1? We got 2 ones? 21. Okay, cool. You kind of like are able to cover your ears and kind of can't hear it over the sound of you hawking the loogie in the back of your throat. That brings us to Kaneen.
10.
10. Okay. Kaneen, this screech happens and you're too busy being like, it's not gonna affect me. I'm too far away. And you are now stunned until the rock's next turn. So
Okay.
you currently are stunned until it goes again. Great. Nevi.
Don't want to tell you.
Well, you gotta, or we'll sit here forever. Or I'll just decide you fail for you.
I got a 5. I failed it.
5. Certainly failed. Also, the screech kind of pierces your brain, and you are also stunned. Lilith.
Yep, true to nature already. Rolled a 5.
Oh, yep, also stunned. Yeah. So the only one that's not is Dr. Ray. Cool. As the rock swoops within range, go ahead and release your held action, Dr. Ray.
Yep. So that's going to be the breath weapon. I assume it goes without saying that I'm trying to angle it such that I only hit the bird thing.
Yeah, it's a line, so you should be able to. I think it's a
Okay.
dex save for the creature, right?
Yeah, DC 13.
Okay. That is a 24 dexterity saving throw, a natural 19.
Great. Well, I only rolled 4, so it gets 2 acid damage. Cool.
That'll show it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You were still the first one to hit it, so.
Doesn't matter, you're stunned.
Oh no, I'm not saying that you hit it. That I get to. No, you were the first to hit it. So hopefully
yes.
it will go after you,
Yes.
not the
Here's
sweet
hoping.
little own child that has no meat on her bone. I'm so small.
As that happens, Dr. Ray, we are back to you in the turn order.
So it's 30 feet away or whatever.
It is currently like kind of hovering about 15-ish feet away.
Okay, so it's not in
That's
melee.
where it ended up sitting.
Okay. I'm going to move another like 15 or so feet away, away from the bird thing and away from where I assume the little parasite creatures are.
Okay,
And
like
I'm gonna
that.
cast so away.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast True Strike on myself
Okay.
because I assume
Excellent.
it's gonna come and try to hit me in melee range.
All right. Kaneen, you are stunned. It is your turn,
Sure
but
am.
you are
I think
still
I'll pass
reeling.
this time. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
casual. Just gonna pass this round.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Nevi, you are also stunned, so there is nothing for you to do this round. The Quasits don't give a fuck. They're just sitting in the fur. Lilith, you are also stunned, which also means that Eldritch Blast goes.
Wah-wah.
Good thing it's a cantrip.
Yep.
Otherwise, you just lose a spell. And then we are back to the burb. The burb is going to make 2 attacks. You're gonna hate me so much.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that did nothing!
Look, I just rolled a d4 and numbered you guys 1 through 3, with 4 being a toss-up of reroll, and I got a 3 the first time. So that's you on my screen. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be as fair as possible. It doesn't care. You're all stunned. Its only goal is to hit something it's stunned. So the first attack is going to be with its beak at Lilith. And so I think that no, it has advantage. Okay. I was like, I think that automatically hits, but no, it just has advantage. So that is going to be a 22 to hit.
What do you think?
I'm already rolling. It just takes a little. That is 8 piercing damage.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
And then the second attack is going to be at Nevi. Sorry, I rolled.
Hey, at least it wasn't me again.
And that's going to be with
I got
its
you, boo.
talons. As she is stunned, it also gets advantage, and that's a natural 20.
Good night.
It hits me.
Oh. That's going to hurt. That's going to really hurt.
That is going to be, well, that was a poop roll. The good news is the roll was poopy, so it could be a lot worse. That's going to be 12 slashing damage.
Stings.
Could have been a lot more bad. But that is its turn. It is now in melee with Nevi is where it ends up. So it is about 25 feet from you, Kaneen, just so you know on the map. It is right next to Lilith, and then Dr. Ray is about 15 feet away from that.
When you say it's right next to Lilith, like melee next to Lilith, or
Melee up.
melee up? God
Yeah.
damn.
It is up above you all.
On top of my ass bullshit.
Like pecking you and clawing you from overhead. That is its turn. We are back to Dr. Ray again.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers around its head.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great.
Great.
Did those rain down? Because I am. down.
No, they stay
Okay.
in where they're cast.
Don't worry, they're magic daggers. It's fine.
That's a dex save for it as well, right? Or is it a con save?
Doesn't matter. Creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area.
Okay, it
Yeah.
doesn't get a saving throw.
No.
Alright, cool. It just takes damage. Great. The spell
44
exists.
slashing damage. So that's 4 ones, that's 5. Plus 3,
Chris's
that's
not
8
much, but-
slashing damage. And
8.
the daggers just stay there.
All right.
He feels good about that.
Okay.
I think that was a good choice. Yeah, that was a good choice. Wasted my
Yeah.
true strike, but that's fine.
It's okay. Worse
It's a
things could
cantrip.
happen. So that is your action. Is there any bonus action or movement you would like to use?
I will give Lilith an inspiration because I do feel like she needs this.
How
And
would
I'll
you
give it to
like
her in the
inspire
form-
her?
You know, I feel like the mote of inspiration itself is an inspiration, so I send it to her in the form of like a little yellow, like smiley face stress ball.
Beautiful. Love it. All right, Kaneen, you are no longer stunned, and it is your turn.
This is large, isn't it?
It is large, yes.
Okay.
Large.
Large. Sorry, I was trying to double check how certain aspects of combat work in 5e to make sure. Oh no, I still can. I was trying to decide if I was going to grapple it or not. I was trying to remember if you could, if it was bigger than you. You can, as long as it's not more than one size larger. Then I was trying to figure out how high I could jump in case it didn't come down.
You can jump usually, I think it is
3 plus your strength.
Yeah.
Or standard rules.
Yeah.
If your DM allows, you can roll to see if you can jump higher. But
I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 2 plus the strength, but 3 sounds good.
Which does mean that Kaneen has a 7-foot vert. But that's, neither here nor there.
Quite the high jump.
Yeah,
there.
well, you said it was about 20 feet in the air, and so I was trying to do the math, and I was like, I wonder if I could reach it, because it basically says whatever that number is plus 1.5 times your height. And I was like, man, that's 15, 18 feet, so I would just be just shy, which would be very disappointing. But that being said, I'm gonna go and rage.
Okay.
And charge on in. Try to just smash with this maul with I think just 1 dagger on it still. I don't think I ever reattached the second dagger.
Yeah, no, you haven't reattached.
I could have, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
It's a science experiment at this point. So yeah, I'd like to go ahead and just swing on swing.
Okay.
I was trying to remember what my date was. There it is. 19.
19 certainly hits. Yeah. Go ahead and roll the damage. Add your d4 for your dagger as well. And then give me the d100 after that.
Good. So that's 15 damage.
Okay.
I never remember what to add because of rage, and I forget half the time. So, but it's 2.
It does change as you level. You'll get more.
Yeah,
rage
that's
damage.
what I was trying to check, and I was like, I don't remember where it sits. I don't think it bumped up, but 84. I don't remember
84.
if high was good or bad.
High is good.
Yeah.
High has been good. So yeah, it's still firmly affixed. No problems. Cool. That is your action, your bonus action, and you've moved a little. Great. You want to stay where you are in melee with it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, it's head's high enough up that I'm not facing the daggers right now, right?
No, you're not in the daggers. It's
Cool.
It's still above your head. But yeah, it's like you taking your maul and hitting up at it, basically.
Dope. So is it still flying? Sorry.
It is still flying.
Okay,
yes.
that's okay. I thought it had landed and come down. Okay.
No, it's been
still,
flying, hovering the entire time.
Kind of pretentious of it, but
It is pretty pretentious of it, but it is what it is doing. Great. Nevi, it is your turn.
Great. If Nevi does poison spray at it, does the poison spray come back down?
No, it's magic.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to poison spray this thing.
Physics doesn't work with magic.
I
That's
like that.
a Constitution saving throw on its end.
Con 14.
Okay. That is. I've got to remember which is the top and which is the bottom on this. Okay. So that is a 10. So it definitely fails.
Okay. And I rolled 10.
10 damage. So you send the poison spray up to it, and you're expecting it to just eat at this thing, but it just kind of covers it like a dew or a mist. It doesn't seem to be affected by poison at all.
Name sauce.
huh.
So that is
I
your
start
action.
wondering how it feels about biscuits.
All right, great. That's your action. You have a bonus action to movement if you'd like to use it.
I'm gonna take a few steps back.
Okay, are you taking enough steps back to where you are out of melee with it? Because you can move like 5 feet back and still be in melee with it, so it won't get an attack of opportunity. But if you move out of that threat range, it will get an attack of opportunity.
I'll just do the 5 feet back so I'm not right under it.
Okay, heard. Great.
With me jumping around, it's just safer to back up a little bit.
That's valid. The closets are still sleepy buying. Lilith, it is your turn. You are free, but you are also in melee.
First things first, a big thank you and shout out to Smiley Pete. They've redeemed a superior healing. However, DM, can you do me a favor? Can you roll that healing for us, seeing that more than likely they don't have the proper die?
Yeah, there's a command for it, but yeah, that's fine.
Did we actually put the command in there?
Yeah, it's been there a long while.
Because I asked Mr. Producer, but I think Mr. Producer has left us.
I think it's just exclamation point superior, if I remember right.
Let's give it a try.
Don't have...
Mr. Producer is polishing the Chaos Gremlin right now.
There we go. Actually, superior.
See, I told you I did it.
So,
nice.
Everyone that has taken damage or is hurt gets math. 25.
25, yes.
Oh, yay.
The command is in the description of the potion, by the way. Whenever you go to redeem it, whenever you click the thing, it says type in exclamation point this.
So that's healed. So Lily just finally goes, "Ow," and will disengage. Is there any place besides the furry little orange thing with our friends in it that has cover, or is there anything in the area?
The only thing that was in the area that had any sort of cover was the falling log that is now in the ichor, slowly melting.
Great. Cool. So, yeah, I'm disengaging and I'm moving away from the group a little bit. Well, not fully away, but enough. I'm getting out of melee range.
Okay, back up. Gotcha.
No.
How far back are you wanting to move?
15 feet out of melee.
Okay, so...
Oh, wait,
cool.
But it has a 10 feet melee range, doesn't it? Or is it 5 feet?
No, you haven't seen it go more than 5 feet.
Okay. Let's just do 10 feet away.
Okay.
I don't want to be too far away from the group.
Back up 10 feet.
Yep.
Great. And that was your action to disengage. Any bonus actions?
No.
Cool. It is its turn. It's whenever it starts its turn in the blades, or if it ends its turn there.
In Cloud of Daggers?
Yes.
Creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell area for a first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Or starts its turn there. Okay, so it started its turn there because it didn't really have a choice. So go ahead and give it damage.
Nice.
7 and 8, so that's 15 dagger damage.
15 dagger damage.
Nice.
I like that. Dagger damage. That's fun. Great. So it is going to move away from that. How big of an area is Cloud of Daggers?
5 foot cube.
A 5 foot cube. Okay, so it is going to move to just the other side of that. Now, not in melee with Nevi. So Nevi, you can take an attack of opportunity if you would like. It has to be a physical weapon, like a melee weapon.
Bite it.
Yeah, bite it.
Kanina, I'm gonna need you to launch me.
Good, done.
You can dagger it or anything like that.
Am I close enough to stab it, or am I just whipping my dagger?
No, you're close enough to stab at it. That's what an attack of opportunity is. It's leaving your melee range.
Sweet. I will do that. I have my daggers.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Right. So this is, which one am I rolling?
A dagger.
So next to your equipment there, or in your weapons, there should be a dagger that you can click.
score. Okay. Okay. So that was to hit, it was 21.
Certainly hits, yeah. Then go ahead and roll the
Amazing.
damage for it.
I rolled that one first. That one was 5.
5 damage. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Great. You stab at it, and it's starting to look a little hurt at this point now. Before it was looking real good, but now it's starting to look a little like it's having a worse day than it thought it would. But once it moves to the other side of Kaneen, kind of away from where the cloud of daggers is, it is going to poot, and it is going to cause a toxic cloud. It's going to poot. It farts.
Oh no.
And a
I don't
toxic
like this
cloud
thing.
appears. I need another Constitution saving throw from... It should just be Kaneen, yeah, because Lilith would be outside of the range.
Oh,
It's
man, he
just barely
tested
outside of
you.
And what kind of save is it?
Constitution save.
Oh
No,
no!
I have this little danger sense thing, and not once has it worked out.
I'm sorry.
I don't think I have anything against what I'm gonna assume is a poison poop.
Poison poop. It's like
That's
dagger
right.
damage. It's just fun to say. Poison
This-
poop.
Alliteration is a gift from the gods.
It truly is. It is one of my favorites.
Yay and yarily.
Even better is assonance, which is vowel specific and has ass in it. So, man, I really thought rage did poison too. Why would it? I mean, 17.
17. Okay. So the poop cloud kind of takes over the area, and you quickly hold your breath. And you do not take any damage or become poisoned as you just kind of wait for it to dissipate really quick. You're good.
I just wasn't sure with this big. I'm assuming due to the other creatures around, something probably demonic. I'm gonna guess bird thing that I wasn't sure if my DC would work if I was being entirely honest.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Is it a demon?
You don't know. You can use an
Fair
action
enough.
to figure it out.
Well, I already used an action to loot a corpse.
You did. So, yeah, you could use an action after you kill it to figure it out.
I guess that works.
Gas is certainly demonic, so
All right. So that is its turn.
Sorry to interrupt you, Corey,
Yep.
though. Mr. Producer has released the Chaos Gremlin and rolled a 71. Bless him.
In the middle of a demon bird
Yep.
poot fight.
Poop fight.
human
Come on.
bird boot eight. That sounds like a ska band.
That's the ska band I would listen to.
Same.
Like, just add it to the
Um,
list.
Okay. So as the poisonous poop starts to dissipate, from the ground, this kind of thick, almost viscous fog begins to arise, and you can't see shit more than 5 feet away from you.
That's dangerous when there's poison poot happening.
So, yeah,
You can smell it
Kaneen,
swing.
you can see the big pooting bird, but the rest of you can't see crap. You can't even see each other at this point, because you're all more than 5 feet away from each other now.
Mm.
You have
So we
no
don't split the
clue.
party. We stay in a really tight huddle that way when they swing, we all share the damage.
We We go down together.
Best tank ever.
Together, we swim together. Okay, great. That is the chaos. Dr. Ray, we're back to you. It's really foggy, fucking foggy.
I have an off-label usage that you will probably say no to, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Can I use Mave Hand to wave the fog away?
You can use Mage Hand to wave the fog, and it will just kind of move it around in front of you.
Okay, well, it's worth a try.
It's not gonna
Make
disappear.
cool shapes.
You can make shapes in the fog with the hand.
Dog.
That only you can see because you're the only creature within 5 feet of yourself.
Yeah, well, if you're not doing things for you, who are you
Yeah, so
really doing them
art
for?
should be for
True.
you first.
It's
Damn
true.
right. Gorsh. Do we have any sense of how big an area this fog is covering?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna head vaguely in the direction of. Can I use a free action to scream out? Is
Yeah.
anybody not in the fog?
Yeah, you can scream that.
All right. Is anybody not in this fog?
Really tempted to just yell out, "What fog?" Actually, you know what? Now I do. And then yells out, "What fog?"
All right, great. I sort of echolocate in the general direction of.
It's gonna be so
Roll a
disappointed.
survival check to try to find your way to Kaneen.
It's gonna find Kameen
Oh,
and the
orphan
big
humor.
bird.
Does this count as my action or my movement?
The survival check would count as I'll call it a bonus action. Be nice.
That's more than fair. All right. That's a nat 20. I'm rolling really well tonight, and now I've cursed
Wow.
myself, and it's gonna be forever ones.
Would you like me to take a shot? Would you like the beneficial effect?
Take a shot, because
Okay.
I assume this is gonna be enough to get me out of the fog. And if not, you know what? Fine. You have your shot. You deserve it.
Thanks. I didn't do this. To be fair, I didn't do this.
No, I meant that in a good way.
Oh,
Treat
okay.
yourself.
Oh, okay. I usually see shots as punishment because I hate them. So.
Oh, well, might be. This fucking guy. All right.
Ugh, I'm not good with shots at all. Still.
One would think after a year of doing this.
Over a year. Almost like a year and a half.
Yep.
Ugh. Okay, great. So you, through your combination and your poop sense with Kaneen.
Because again, it vibrates. I see through fart bending.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
You are the world's first fart bender. Which honestly sounds like the most appropriate bending for you as a human.
Thank
Like,
you.
Gas bending 800% is an Alex original.
Thank you. It's true. I can't deny that.
I have spent enough time around you to know this. But great, you are able to find your way to Kaneen. You also find your way to the big burb, which is right overhead.
Fuck. Is it? I just look up and I just say, "Fuck." Is it in melee or is it still hovering?
It is in melee, but it is still hovering. So like to find your way to Kaneen, it is like between you and Kaneen. So you see it honestly first, but you're like, I know Kaneen is that way. And he said he's not in this. And so you go just that little bit further to where now you can see Kaneen. So you're within 5 feet of Kaneen, and the burb is still there, and there is still fog.
Okay, so I've put myself in melee with it.
Yeah.
Cool, great. Cool. Well then, I'm gonna use this opportunity to just whack it with the quarterstaff.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'm
You're
here.
back. Might as well make the best of a bad situation.
23.
23 certainly hits. Yeah, roll that
Great.
damage. High roller over here tonight.
Yeah, I don't trust this. Good things don't last long. I'm doing this with 2 hands, so that's a D8.
Okay.
So that's 8
8 bludgeoning damage.
Pinata damage, yeah.
Pinata damage, correct. All right, cool. You give it a whack on one of its legs, and you think you hear it somewhere in the distance say "ow."
Haha.
All right, so that is Dr. Ray's turn. Kaneen, it is now your turn. Dr. Ray found you.
Good.
And the burb.
I mean, I don't want to be a bird by myself. Nobody would believe me if I did something cool. I need a witness. Although, I should have gotten on Orphan Squad for witness, because they'll just assume,
It's
corroboration.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll assume that you're just both lying.
because they're classist. At least one
Damn
of them
right.
is classist. I don't know about both, I guess.
You're gonna hear Navi yell out in the distance, "Hey!"
Sorry. One of them is 100% classist. That is an at 20.
Nat
I
20.
would like to just hit the ever-loving crap out of this bird.
Yeah.
I just want to hit the burb.
Yeah, so you do max
it,
damage
do that.
and then
Let's
roll
do
on
that.
top of it.
Ooh, max damage.
Max damage, which includes your dagger. So it would be whatever your maul does, the max of that, plus the 4 from the dagger.
12, 16, plus 4 strength is 20, plus 2 for raging, 22.
And then roll your maul and your dagger on top of that.
So I rolled max damage on the maul.
Nice.
So I'm getting real nervous. Like, do I need to move the camera down?
I believe you.
I was really hoping it was going to be a 4 on the dagger as well. Be like double
Oh.
max damage, but
That would be amazing.
Yeah, so that's what, 14, 4, 18, 2, 20. So 42 damage altogether.
Wow.
How much damage does your maul do?
2d6
And you rolled
plus 4
max.
of strength.
No, you're not going to add the plus 4 twice.
Oh, okay. So then,
It's
I don't
just
know, whatever that is, minus 4. So
38.
38. 38.
Still 38.
Sorry, 38.
And then what did you get on the dagger?
2. My
Okay.
damage roll that time. Well, I
30.
guess, yeah, the second.
Because it was 22, and then you rolled 2d6s.
Oh, I added in the, I added in the rage twice as well. So I guess that's takes 6 out. Because it's 22 plus 12 for the maul, again, is 34. Plus 2 for the dagger.
36 is what it is altogether.
Yeah,
Okay.
I added in the rage twice as well. I didn't think about that. Yeah,
You're
so
good.
yeah.
It's complicated. But it's complicated, so you get big numbers. But I was like, 40-something sounds wrong. Even at a ridiculous amount. Still sounds wrong for this level. All right, cool. Math. That is a 5.
The theme of the day is basic arithmetic.
Basic arithmetic is the theme, and I'm not good at it.
Day in school.
Doing it in something where I have to do it fast gives me the same panic that I felt in grade school during speed drills. And it just gives me so much anxiety and panic that I thought I left in 5th grade. But no, it's still there in the back of my mind.
Also, that was a 63 for the dagger.
Oh, a 63 for the percentage. Thank you. Yeah, it's still firmly attached. You're good. All right, so you whack the shit out of this thing, and for a moment it moves to the side before flying back into place. You hit it so fucking hard. And it looks terrible. So
he
bad.
didn't kill it?
No, he did not kill it.
How much health does
Try
this
harder,
bird thing
Kaneen.
have?
Try
A
harder.
lot.
That was 2 off of the max damage that I can physically do on a nat 20.
Yeah, it was a lot.
38 is my top. In theory,
Yeah.
it could be more, but my one dagger fell off. So I want to point out that if I had the other dagger, I could have gotten 42.
If you rolled max for everything. Yes.
Yeah, I would have had to roll max twice, but yeah. Maybe get that. I have 6 daggers right now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
strap them all to it.
So
You
many
could turn it-
daggers.
You could turn it into a morning star. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Of sorts, but all pointed one
Spikes.
direction.
Yeah.
A single direction morning star. Gotcha. But yeah, it looks
Your joy delights my heart.
it looks really, really, really bad, but it is still alive somehow. Which only Kaneen and Dr. Ray know. As far as Nevi and Lilith are concerned, it looks just as healthy as before, and you have no idea where anyone is.
And honestly, I'm gonna assume that it pooted out a fog cloud because that's
Yeah.
what makes sense.
Yeah.
It let one rip, and then I almost got poisoned, and then fog. So this is a very powerful demon.
Very
Bird.
powerful.
With powerful
Devil bird.
indigestion.
Maybe devil bird. Ooh, maybe that's it. Maybe that's where I was wrong. Is it a devil bird?
What my kid calls Canadian geese.
I mean, that's not incorrect.
Not too far off.
Is this the Canadian geese of 5e?
Maybe. All right, that's Kaneen's turn. Nevi, it is your turn. You are lost in the fog. You don't know where anyone is.
Okay. If I do produce flame, like how noxious are we in poop cloud, or is this just cloud?
It is thick, soupy fog.
Ooh, soup.
Soup. Wish it was cold
Okay,
enough
so
for
if
soup.
I do, soup sounds delicious.
It's always cold enough.
So if I do produce flame, I'm not going to torch all of us, right?
You can only see 5 feet around you,
Biscuits.
and there's no one currently within 5 feet around you.
Are you trying to ask like if the cloud seems flammable?
Well, if it's, yeah, because there are certain places that you don't want to, like if you're around gasoline, you don't want to light a flame.
Yeah.
And so
You're
I'm
not
wondering,
certain.
oh,
You can use a nature check as an action to figure it out.
sure, let's do that.
Nature check for methane, you know.
Oh, score. I got 21.
21.
Yeah.
So kind of like looking through the fog and doing like a weird breath in taste test. It is not any sort of like flammable gas or material. It does appear to be magical and thus can't be like just dispelled by a normal method like wind or a gust or something like that.
Okay, so I would know that fire is not going to kind of burn off the fog.
Yeah, fire's not going to burn it off, but it's also not going to harm anyone by having fire in it.
Neutral.
I just want to point out that in theory, you said, I wonder if this is methane.
I didn't say
I
she
would like to
sucked
point
in
out-
a whole bunch of it. I said that she did a small breath taste test. I was thinking more
don't get
of
me
like
wrong, I approve.
opening your mouth and being like, oh, nope, doesn't taste weird.
Does this taste like demon ass? I don't know yet.
To be fair, that would be what methane would taste like.
Oh, that's another quote. Does that taste like demon ass?
There's not too much I can do without seeing.
Thanks, Chaos.
Can I
Gremlin.
I'm gonna Marco Polo this, and I'm gonna yell for the others and just see who answers.
Polo.
I can't see you wave, Kaneen.
You get a small little polo out of Dr. Ray. So go ahead and roll a survival check as your bonus action to try to find your way to Dr. Ray.
So there we go.
I imagine I can't just start like playing my war horn or anything like that to help with the echolocation.
I mean, sure. We'll say we'll give
as a
her
reaction.
advantage for that. As your
All right.
your response.
Got a
Reaction
10.
war horn.
So before she starts yelling about cough drops, Can I find her?
What's your survival check?
Got 10.
With advantage, you rolled twice and took the higher.
Oh, no. With advantage, I got 22.
22. Yes, so you are able to find Dr. Ray in the fog, who is currently wailing on the war horn. But you also find the burb, and now all three of you are in melee with the burb.
Yay, it's a bird party.
But the burb does look really fucked up, so there's the good thing.
I dare this bird to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it, bird.
Yeah.
Do
You
it.
can't
Nevi's
see
gonna
more than
look at the
5 feet
bird,
away from you. It could
And then look at
definitely leave.
Kaneen. Nevi's. What are you doing, Kaneen?
Waiting patiently for this bird to try to fly away.
So
He's
that's
just gonna look at. I'm gonna look at the bird and I'm gonna look at Kaneen and just be like, "What'd you do?"
Gotta point to them all, I guess. Like,
Meanwhile,
Good save.
Dr. Ray is just going like, I'm like a bird, I want to fly away. Just to nobody in particular. Trying to convince it to leave.
All right, great. That is Nevi's turn. We are on to the Quasits who still don't give a fuck. And Lilith, you are in the soup.
Yeah. I'm assuming I'm hearing at least the scuffle, the slugging, the voice calling. I'm not going to head towards that direction because Lilith's like, no. I'll veer off to the side a little bit and see if I can get out of the cloud. So use my movement.
Roll a survival check.
Okay.
See if you get turned around while walking through soup.
that could be very bad considering big black pool of acid.
Mm.
This may
Did
not
not
have
think
been the
about
best
that.
choice.
Nope. Thank you for sharing that after I rolled. 18.
18. Okay, so you begin walking kind of to the side at like a diagonal from everything. And you're pretty sure you're going in a straight line. You don't really see anything to indicate one way or the other because you're off of the road at this point, and you can only see things 5 feet in front of you, so there's not really much to mark anything, but you don't stumble into anything that hurts you.
That's great. Still stuck in the fog
You are
cloud, though.
certainly still in the fog cloud.
Goddamn. There's no pool of acid around me.
Nope.
I sit down, cross my legs, and go, I await my death.
All right, like a true teenager, you give up.
This is probably better though. Like you're invisible to it. It probably forgot that you're there.
Yep, nope,
You
I'm
can
keeping
recuperate.
silent. I just hold Eleanor close to my chest and be like, let it come.
You did not cover, so you got cover.
I reckon I welcome death at this point.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting Will to be like, I don't really care about any of the other lives in there. Eldritch Blast. I know the general direction. Let's just fire away.
That does seem accurate as well. All right, so Lilith sits down and gives up. And it is now the Burb's turn again.
Is giving up a free action?
Giving up is a free action, just like crying is.
I was curious.
And flipping the bird is also a free action in my games, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to
Good
know.
free action.
Making note. Flipping the bird, free action.
Everything
Crying,
now.
flipping the bird, giving up, all free actions.
Awesome.
All right, Burb is not super smart. So Burb is going to my D6 ran away. Oh no, I need another one. Oh no. It ran off the side of the table.
Goodbye.
It's gone forever. Bye-bye.
The bye-bye. The Burb is going to make 2 attacks. One with its beak and one with its claws. And it's gonna make both the Mechanine because he hurt the shit out of it.
It started it.
And it does not like it.
Don't
Not
see it
happy
before.
about it. So the beak attack That is going to be a 12, which I do not think hits.
Oh no, yeah, actually no.
And then the other one is going to be a 23, which does hit.
Allegedly, but yeah.
Alleged. The alleged hit will be 13 slashing damage.
Ooh. Raging, so less than that.
Yes, half.
Is it round up or round down?
Round
6,
down.
okay. I can never remember.
Yeah, it's what's most favorable, which is round down.
No
So yeah, half to 6. And then it is not smart, so it is going to fly up. So all 3 of you have attacks of opportunity because it is not smart.
Great.
Literally what I was hoping it was going to do, and I was like, I just need it to move. I don't think it'll live.
Yeah.
I amassed a small group to murder it.
I rolled to see if it was smart enough to disengage before it moved. It was not, so it didn't. All right, let's do Nevi first. What was your attack with your, I'm assuming your dagger?
I'm just gonna stab it again.
Yeah.
So I am going to I did 4 damage. Let's see if I actually hit it.
Yeah.
18.
Yes, that does hit. So you do 4 damage.
Yeah.
Woo! You slash it. I know you're gonna fucking mutilate it, Kaneen, so I'm gonna do Dr. Ray next. Give someone else a chance to take something down.
I'm lightheaded from blowing that war horn, and so I just whiff. I rolled like an 11.
Oh yeah, that doesn't hit, so you just miss. You're too busy like with the war horn and like kind of jamming out, and then you're like, oh fuck, it's giving shit. All right, Kaneen, now it's your turn.
That's a 22.
Yes, certainly hits.
Nice.
I'm not against other people killing things. Smashing is what I do.
It is.
Smashing.
Yeah. I hate that so much, Alex. Because, like, involuntarily, I just saw the meme in my brain.
You are welcome.
16.
16. How do you want to do this?
Yay.
Yay.
Definitely. Can I, to share the love, as you pointed out, so I don't just, automatically smash things into death, can I hit it and bat it into the cloud of daggers that should still be there?
Sure, yeah, we'll say they're still there.
It's kind of like, kind of like bat it into it and just...
No one sees that you bat it into it because the cloud of daggers are in the fog. But you do, and you just hear...
I would be close enough, wouldn't I? Because it would be just kind of up and to the right of me, because where his head was?
No, because he wasn't in the cloud of daggers anymore. He moved to the other side of you, so the cloud of daggers were...
Yeah, so I'd have been in between.
10 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
because it was directly over Nevi and Lilith, and then you were about 15 feet away from them.
Okay.
And it moved to the other side of you.
I bat this thing a lot farther than I thought it did. I was thinking like a slight course adjustment, but this is like a...
No, this is like...
push away.
Overhead. Like volleyball. Spike over your head.
Okay, what direction is the spray going to fly?
In theory, away from us. I don't know where
I
Lilith
was about to say, I better not be covered in shredded chicken.
Can we get a roll for Lilith being sprayed? Is that an option?
Lilith, high or low?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, 50-50. I thought you'd be better out than that.
Okay, Lilith, you don't get chicken spray. Sorry.
I'm gonna say,
I was thinking like a D6 or a D8, not a... Here, let's flip a coin.
That's what I always do if you suggest something that I don't have a preset DC for. Have you not figured this out?
I haven't, but now that I know that, 50-50 odds can be really fun.
Yeah, I give you a tell me high or tell me low, and I roll a die, and whatever fucking happens, happens.
I'm about it.
It is the great equalizer. But yeah, you like back spike this thing, and you think that you just kind of like threw it away, just kind of away from everyone as it went tumbling through the air. But then you hear the like shick of the daggers as it just completely rips the body apart. You don't get to see it happen. No one sees it happen. But you hear it happen, which is almost worse.
Yuck.
We are out of initiative. We are still in the fog.
I would like, oh man. I wanted to like take some of its feathers. Can I try to find it? And can I walk in the direction that I hit it?
Yeah, roll a survival check.
I have that, but I'm feeling less confident in my skill checks recently.
They haven't been going great for you.
You know what? That's a 14. That's not the worst.
14, not bad. Yeah, you're able to make it back in kind of a straight line, and you see the completely demolished corpse of it.
Can I take a whole wing? Is that an option?
Yeah, you could take a whole wing. Do you want it like a clean, nice cut for doing something, or do you just hack it off?
If I can get it clean, great. If not, it's not the end of the world.
Okay, roll another survival check to see if you can cleanly clean this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there it is. That's a 5.
A 5. Okay.
Nice.
But I get the wing.
You get the wing either way. It is just a jagged cut that if you were planning on doing anything cool with it, it's not going to look great.
Like, really, if it's not strength based, I don't have much to add to my rolls.
So a couple of more moments pass while Kaneen's hacking at this wing, and everyone's just kind of standing there like, well, we can't see each other, and Lilith has just given up and sat on the ground.
I guess I'm gonna.
I would say at
can I
this
call
point-
out for Lilith.
I would
Like,
say,
as
As you're sawing, you're just gonna be like, hey.
Lilith, you still there?
at this point, I would say I'm sitting on the ground. I probably had found a leftover biscuit, and I'm just munching on the biscuit.
Are you responding at all to the hey Lilith, are you there?
I'm hesitant because was it loud enough for me to be like, oh yes, the bird is dead?
I mean, you don't hear it like screeching or making noise or wing flapping anymore.
I'm so hesitant to call out because I'm like, I'm going to call something else to me that wants to murder me. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Hey, Dr. Ray, I think I hit this thing into your little dagger thing.
Oh. So that's what the deli slicer noise was. Okay, cool. Good job.
It suddenly got very Jewish in here.
Again with the sinew.
And Dr. Ray's New York Jew appeared.
Mazel tov, you did it.
Okay, so as you're hacking though, Kaneen, eventually the fog does disperse. It takes it a few moments, but about halfway through you hacking through the wing, it finally is gone, and you all can see each other again, and you see Lilith just sitting on the ground about 50 feet away from where you all are. Just in a direction that way. Not near the road, not near a landmark, just in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, did you take damage this time? Are you okay? Are you well?
I just do a little bit of soul searching right now.
Oh, okay.
Am I really
Cool.
just here for everyone's purpose to hit? Is that my purpose in life? It's just to be somebody's batting cushion?
I haven't hit you yet.
Yet.
It's got to count for something. Well, the future's an unknown.
This is true. That's what I'm saying.
While Lilith is having her existential crisis, Nevi is going to come over with a biscuit and just kind of put her arm around and be like, here you go, sweetheart.
Is that an actual cookie? And if yes, what flavor?
Mm-hmm. Chocolate chip.
Nice. Okay, good.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do at the scene here before you start heading back out onto the road?
I guess, is there anything else on the bird? I just cut off the wing without, I guess, checking. I assume it doesn't have pockets, though. Like, no, okay, yeah, it's...
The pockets are actually sewn into the wing. You have lots of gemstones now.
Absolutely
It's a
not.
devil burb, and it has pockets.
Yeah.
Thanks, it has pockets.
Lil, still sitting on the ground, looks like an... Why do you have its wing?
Oh, no, it look cool.
It's big, by the way.
I would say, how big is this? Like bigger than me, wing? Because like the
Yes.
creature would be large.
Yes. It is like
Oh.
8 foot of wing.
So okay.
Nice.
Got it.
It's gonna get so manky in a few days.
Well, we're not too far out, are we? We're just like a day or two, right?
No, you are far more than that. You are on day 7 of day 12.
Yeah, basically almost there.
Lil is definitely questioning a lot of
5
things
days.
right now.
I mean, there's not much like flesh on the wings. They were feathery, right? Yeah, they're
There's
feathery.
flesh below the feathers. That's
I
how
don't
that
think
works.
that checks out. So are
But
you
do you think it's
a bird
attached to
scientist?
plastic?
It's just like they have really long stems and they stick into the arching
Nope.
piece.
That's
It's
not
the
how
only
that
flesh
works.
there, and they all just stick out
It's
really
just
far.
bone, no ligaments, no tendons, just bone and feathers.
Basically, like
and-
yes, I mean it's
and
flashing like a little bit of like pincushiony flesh, and then just really long stems to go all the way
Nope.
down.
That's not how that
Okay.
works at all.
I have plucked chickens in my real life. We're gonna have a chat after this.
Oh no, I have also plucked chickens, but this is a demon bird, and I assume their anatomy works differently.
Because it works
Okay.
for you for it to work differently.
Yes, yeah, out of convenience, it works
That is
differently.
entirely what you're going off of. I
Yeah,
know.
100%. Yeah, let me be transparent, I guess.
So Lil will
should've
stand.
taken the tail.
She'll brush off her Victorian dress, lets out a sigh. She's like, well, shall we continue marching forward to our death for this necklace that we found?
Oh, don't worry, Lilith. We're always marching forward to our death. It's just sometimes it's a little more apparent than other times. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
Learn that
yes.
whenever you hit 30.
Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes things will start hurting, and then you'll be questioning everything. You know.
Oh, in the LGBTQ community, I'm Ari Dust.
Oh, rip.
That's not true at all.
Wow.
I'm past 30. We're Dust.
Lilith is 16.
Oh, I'm talking real.
No, they're talking to Lilith. No one's talking to you.
Forget Nevi. Steph herself is looking around like, can I give Steven a drink?
Lilith's inner monologue is an old gay man.
That checks
Honestly.
out.
Honestly, yeah, it does. Like a queen that was somehow there at Stonewall. Still kicking.
Yup. I fought for our rights.
Great. So you all continue down the path, and go ahead and take a long rest for the end of the 7th day.
Ooh, 7 out of 8.
7 out of 12. It's 12 days. 12
I was
days.
worth-
8,
worth it.
12.
Worth it.
I've clearly said it's 12 days.
He's just acting out the intelligence of Kaneen, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, he counts gold really well. Everything else is just really doesn't matter. Numbers are important for value. Otherwise,
Money.
As long as it doesn't go
Yeah.
past 20 digits.
Ah.
gold is big, he has all his digits.
Fair point.
He can technically count to 21.
Ah.
Take jokes. But yes, so the 8th day, you all continue traveling, and at the end of the 8th day, the pathway kind of begins to open into a forest. And then the forest itself gives way to this large clearing with nearly 100 feet across. You hear music, laughter, the savory aromas of fresh cooked food waft by you, and the smell of wood smoke drift through the air. On the west side of the clearing, you can see a full-grown horizon-back tortoise. On its back is the homestead of a family of goblins that you can see making repairs on the structure in various places, children kind of running around it and playing. On the other side of the clearing, you see 7 covered wagons that are currently encircling a bonfire that they've set up kind of at this twilight hour. And a rope fence has been set up to the north of this encampment that contains the wagon's oxen. You have made it to the Emerald Loop Caravan for the evening.
I bet you they'd buy my bird wing.
Well, whip it out. Smack it
It's
down in front of
always
them.
out. Where is he gonna put it?
It is 8 feet tall. Like, it's like, I don't have anything. I'm gonna approach whoever looks like they would buy a bird wing. I guess whoever looks like a salesman of sorts are in charge.
Yeah, so you approach the bonfire where a whole bunch of people are kind of encircled around, talking and sharing a meal. And a few of them look like they are merchants, kind of in their dress and mannerisms. They are... Let me see what the names are, or if I got a name for them. Nope, they don't have a name. They're just merchants. Cool. Because I can't find it if they do. But the merchants that are sitting there, there's 2 like bugbears that are there with like wares kind of set to the side. You can see like packs that are very large and stuff like that that you approach. And one kind of regards you as you approach. Hello, friend.
Hey.
It's a lovely evening.
Yeah, not too bad compared to the last few days.
The road has been particularly rough recently.
I agree. Do you guys have to fight the moon too, or?
Fight the moon?
I guess I'd have to fight it, but definitely had to have words with the moon.
Are you referring to Rudis?
The red moon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had to put it in its place. It's fine though. I got it taken care of.
It has been acting up more so than lately, on and off. Well, I'm glad whatever ill omens Rudis brought you, you were able to keep it under control.
He's gonna like hold the wing up kind of next to him. I'm like, so is anybody interested in a big demon bird wing?
He kind of like cocks his head to the side and begins inspecting it, and he's like, do you mind?
Sure.
And he starts inspecting, and he's like, is this a Vrock wing? You all took down a Vrock.
Is that what this wing belongs to? Because then yes.
It
was a demon bird with a tail.
That would be yes.
It tried to poot at us.
They have a lot of poison properties, but actually some of them are here in these glands, and he pokes kind of like sacs in the wings.
Dies.
And and he's like, if they're extracted properly, they can make a very potent poison. I'd be happy to offer you 30 gold for the wing.
It's not bad. I don't suppose you guys do any trade. Do you guys just do trade locally, or?
We have a caravan that goes from Jigao to Bazazan and then off into the mountainous region to some of the smaller villages.
I don't know how to remember the map.
So Jigao is where you guys came from. Bazazan is where you're heading now, the guard outpost. And then there are a few smaller villages up into the mountains that are to the like
So not
right
like
side of Basel.
Northern is what. Okay, so yeah, so still kind of the southern area then.
Yeah, not outside of like this valley area that you all are in.
I'm gonna get my new mall, whether they have it or not. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna ignore what he said and be like, so do you guys have any weapons from Uthadern?
Uthadurnian weapons. Well, those are quite well made. No, unfortunately. If you come across one, I would love to purchase one, but no, we haven't had anything from Uthadurn.
Well, fair enough. You said 30 gold?
30 gold, yes.
What if we do 29 and like a keg of ale? I don't know how much a keg of ale is, if I'm being honest. My prices for alcohol have been recently very slanted as to how much I think it costs.
Nevi looks over with a beer stein in her hand, like, what?
Let me look up. So a gallon of ale is 2 silver. Let me see if I can find like a pony keg or something.
I mean, a gallon works fine. If not, like, that's what, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, do that, and I'll tip him too, because that's what you do when you buy something from somebody. You tip them.
You tip them whenever they buy something from you.
Yeah.
So he goes ahead and he gives you the gallon of ale and 29 gold, and then he also is going to throw in because you're being nice and you're being kind. He's gonna throw in a hunting trap, as well as an extra coil of rope, hempen rope, 50 feet.
Yes.
More rope. Yay.
Always need more rope. So you can add a hunting trap and an extra thing of hempen rope.
Hunting trap, I actually do. Okay, not bad. Not nothing. Cool. I'll look at their wagons and then we should get a wagon, guys.
Yeah. One day we'll be able to afford a car payment. Yeah. Gotta get a lease on a wagon.
Like 20, 30 gold. Like, I'm gonna turn over to the guy. I was like, how much do your wagons cost? I'm not trying to buy one right now.
Our wagons?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was just gonna keep a looking cost of a security.
Nah, you're good. It's fine. So the wagons themselves cost, if I can find it, 35 gold a piece.
That's not too bad.
And then, depending on what you want to pool it,
But we have him. And she'll just gesture towards Kaneen.
To be fair, that was going to be my money-saving idea, was to not have to afford a draft horse or anything else.
the wagon is 400 pounds, so you look very strong, but I don't know how taxing that would be. There
would be no running, but
the draft horse that we purchased for it was 50 gold. If you get something
steep.
if you get something like an oxen or of the like, you can expect probably closer to 30 gold, 40 gold.
Okay.
And remember, we will have to feed it too. Just another mouth to feed, another thing to die.
The feed is fairly cheap, 5 copper a day-ish.
Feed it biscuits.
To hell you will! Lil snaps out of her mood that she's in. Not my biscuits!
I don't think that a diet of biscuits would keep your horse going long.
Maybe I just need to get a big backpack then. Like a quick release backpack.
Quick release backpack. A quick release baby carrier.
A papoose?
While Kaneen is bartering, Nevi's just gonna kind of slide back to Lilith and just quietly slide her a drink. She's had a rough day.
Sure. As you do that, while you're at the fire, Kaneen, there are two kind of young humans in the area, a boy and a girl. They're probably around, one looks to be about 17, the other about 19. Seems to be talking in hushed tones and pointing towards your belt and one of the daggers that you have sheathed on your belt.
Great. I have to kill these people with this dagger.
No, we have killed my friend. Let's go talk to them.
We killed your friend? Yeah.
Oh,
Kaneen's gonna
orphan logic. It's so challenging sometimes.
the part where your character is actually that dumb, to where when he makes jokes that are dumb, it's a fine line.
Nevi would like to approach the boy and the girl. It was?
Yes.
And
yeah, teenagers.
Yeah. She'd like to engage with them.
Yeah, as you approach them, the older one, who is the daughter, the girl, she is like, excuse me, do you know that gentleman over there with the large bird wing?
I do. I think we might be close to becoming friends.
Oh.
I'm not sure yet. His humor is baffling.
I can understand that sometimes people are a little rough around the edges. Our father was like that, and I think that the dagger on his belt might actually be our father's dagger. Kirchley Weiswalker? It has his name inscribed on the hilt. He went out with a raiding party into the wastes to hunt some beasts a couple of weeks ago and didn't return. We've been out trying to find what happened to the party since.
Oh, Nevi's gonna reach out and take her hand. I'm so sorry. Let's go verify this. She's gonna walk her over to Kaneen.
She gets up and follows you, of course.
We need to see the names on the daggers, please.
Just gonna pull out Jabby first.
It's not
Short.
Jabby.
Short for Jabigale.
Did you mean Blaine?
We're looking for Kirchley.
Oh yeah, that's the other one I found. It's a weird name for a dagger, but it was in that big monkey demon.
It's not a weird name. It's her father. It's not.
Hi.
Are they human?
Yeah, they're human.
That's kind of an odd name for a human, to be fair. I assumed it was an elf thing.
Well, we're part of the Wastewalker clan that has lived in these wastes for generations, so the names that we use might be Elven originally in origin, as a lot of elves stayed after the calamity and helped guard the wastes and protect it, so that's a possibility. And just over time, it's kind of watered down, I guess the elves would say. And we're more human than anything else. But I'm Tyvek, and I'm pretty sure that you found my father's dagger. He went out with a hunting party to hunt some of the demons in the wastes and gather some resources, but none of them have come back. There were about 24 of them.
Oh, sorry. How tall is this? So like
She's
upper teen?
about 5'10". She's pretty tall for a 19-year-old.
Okay. Just trying to think height wise.
And she's built. Like, built.
Dope.
Like lean, but very well muscled.
What's her name again?
Tyvek. Tyvak.
Kaneen is going to, I get like kind of like halfway thick. You need to try to get like at eye level, not like condescending, but like just try to get like eye to eye.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna hold the dagger and be like, so this was your dad's?
Yeah, I would be willing to trade with you if you would be willing to part with it. I mean, you found it, so it's clearly yours by right, but it should be a slightly magical dagger. It gives you a little bit of extra to it, but I have this battle axe, and she reaches behind her and unsheaths this battle axe that is on her back. And she's like, it has the same properties to it. It's just a battle axe, not a dagger. It does a bit more damage. That just has more sentimental meaning to my brother and I.
Kaneen is going to kind of take her hand and put the dagger in it and be like, I pulled this out of the chest of a demon that was twice the size of me in the middle of a field. A demon that probably would have wreaked pretty gnarly havoc had it made it any farther. As far as I'm concerned, your father did his duty and did everybody proud. This is yours.
You can see like tears welling in her eyes, but she's like clearly trying to remain somewhat stoic and fight them back. And she's like, I appreciate you so much for returning this. Here, let me give you something as a thanks if you won't take the battle axe. And she reaches to her side and she pulls what looks like a small pouch. And she goes, just wait one moment. And she turns towards her brother and like motions him to come over. And he comes over and she like tells him to open up his like backpack that he has on. And she just up-ins the pouch into the backpack, and you see provisions, all sorts of things falling out of this small pouch into this bag. And she goes, this pouch has much more space in it than we could ever use, and our people are quite gifted in making more of similar things and other enchanted and magical weapons like my battle axe and my father's dagger. So please take this as recompense at least, and thank you for your words about my father. It's a dagger holding.
Where's your mother?
She's back at the caravan. Oh, we wander. We don't really have a fixed location. We wander from place to place in the wastes, gathering resources and trying to keep the wastes as safe as we can. They're more dangerous than they have been lately. But she's back with the rest of the village.
Navi is struggling. She's feeling incredibly moved that Kaneen would have said that. And she's really fighting the urge. She really wants to give him a hug right now and just be like, you did it! You did a thing!
Kanina is going to ask, do you guys have like a family crest or anything of that nature?
Not really like a crest or anything. We just have our name, which is fairly well known in these parts.
Okay. Is this just like a plain bag? Like on the outside? Okay.
I mean, it's not like plain. It has like some decorative stitching around the outside. The stitching and the decorations on it are very Native American-esque. in look, kind of like Navajo-y. And it's kind of a very, very soft skin pouch.
Okay. I guess in that case, Kenny's going to, I guess, pop the cork off his gallon of ale,
Mm-hmm.
take a big swig, and then hand it to, I want to say Tyvek, but I think that's close, but not on.
Tyvek, yeah.
Like, oh man, I was so close.
So close. No,
Tyvek.
not an E and A. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna hand it to her and be like, well, here's to killing and surviving.
It's killing and surviving. And she takes a sip. And then passes it to her brother, who's like, killing and surviving another day.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, saying surviving about their dad may not have been the most in taste, but yeah,
You
you
know.
mean with a low charisma score comes low charisma.
Yeah, the intention was good.
Yeah.
It just seems a little bit more shaken up by the news than his sister. And he takes a sip of it as well and passes it back.
Try to hand it to Nebby. I don't know if anybody else has actually walked up at this point.
I would say at some point Lilith had already finished off the drink that Nevi had given her and has wandered off to find more.
You don't have to wonder far. All the drinks are
So
around
yeah,
the
he's gonna
campfire.
as he's gonna get another drink, he's gonna hand it over to Nevi, I guess, as she is there and hanging out. And
He is going to tearfully
facilitated the whole
accept it.
thing.
Okay. And with that, they thank you all one more time and go back to their place around by the fire. And you see them kind of like sorting back through the backpack now to try to sort who's going to now be carrying what and having a low conversation. And Tyvek gives her brother Magdra the dagger, and he kind of like puts it on his belt, and they have like a quiet, slightly tearful moment amongst themselves, trying to keep it private in a very public area. But it's touching, and they're clearly very thankful. But you also now have a bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a couple things in it, and then I'm gonna tie it to my belt and like tuck it to the inside of my pants, so that makes sense, like on my hip, so it's just like dangling out.
Yeah.
I don't need like what is probably by far the most expensive thing that he owns now.
Mm-hmm.
Just be dangling all loosey goosey. It's not gonna take up space, so like
So
right there on the
you've tied on the inside so it can dangle with the other dangle.
off to the side.
Okay.
Eggs everywhere.
And as he does that, he's gonna stop for a second, like, oh right, just gonna hand 10 gold to each of you. I was like, this is what I got for the big bird wing.
Thank you.
I guess
Are the others here?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, hunt the other two down and deliver 10 gold apiece.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else would like to seek out while you're here?
Dr. Ray is kind of wandering around, plinking on the lute idly, not tunelessly, but not tunefully either. And thinking about how, so the surroundings were in the waste, right?
Yeah, you're still technically in the waste. This is like almost like an oasis in the waste. It's a sudden forest and patch of greenery, and then a clearing in that forest.
Okay, because
roll a history check for me really quick.
18.
18. You are aware that this forest was not originally here. It was just a couple of small sprouts that survived the calamity, and it has been watched over and taken care of for centuries by the Acorn Sisters, who are dryads. and are caretakers of the forest. And as you kind of like glance around, you do notice them there. They're near like a large table and all of the like cooking fire and everything like that. And they are sharing food as well as, you know, taking care of people who appear to be injured, things like that, and having conversation with people. You also know that it is customary for people to give an offering to them, to share food, drink, music, wares, things like that with them in appreciation for what they do with the Emerald Loop here. And you do see a couple of people coming up and contributing to the food for the evening of various, you know, fresh foods or things that they have recently hunted, stuff like that.
So this is the second time recently that Dr. Ray and all of them have encountered something with the word emerald.
Mhm.
First the emerald eye, then this. And so I think
Technically the third. It was also the Emerald Grotto where you found the Emerald Eye.
okay, so she's like sort of starting to put this together, trying to see if there's like some connection or if it's just a coincidence because it's a pretty name for a pretty color. And so she's gonna ask the dryads about this and her offering in lieu of literally anything, because broke orphans is just gonna be like, she's just gonna like play the lute. She's not bad at it. She's
Yeah.
just not a rock star.
Yeah, go ahead and roll in a performance check for me.
15.
15. Okay. So you come up and you let the two dryads know that you have an offering of a song for them, and they happily accept. And it's a good song. It's not bad by any means. It's not like the most dazzling playing you've ever done in your life, but it's really good actually. And at the end they clap, and a few other people around that were within earshot clap and like raise a mug to it. And afterwards, they're the taller of the two. So there's one dryad who's very, very thin and willowy. She has kind of like a light green coloration with hair that is flaxen gold that drifts way below her waist. And then there is another one that's shorter, has bushy, thick brown hair and a more darker skin tone and coloration, kind of more resembling like a thorn bush or something like that in her bearing. But you do also see like small sprouts of purple flowers in her hair. The taller one introduces herself as Lenata, and the shorter one introduces herself as Robur, R-O-B-U-R. And Lenata begins speaking to you. That was a lovely song, thank you. I am so glad that we have another musician in the Emerald Loop. It's always nice to have the area filled with music.
Thanks. Honestly, I was just improving. I'm glad it was pleased thine majesty.
Oh, no,
I
not.
tried. So I'm noticing like there's a lot of coincidence around like the word emerald and things being important, being emerald, and one of you is green. I hope that's not racist.
No.
But I guess great. I'm like copper color, whatever. It's just color, right? But I guess I just wanted to ask, what's up with that? Like, it just seems like a weird coincidence. Do you have any insight on this matter? Just like the emerald is really like vibing,
Mm-hmm. Well, I would never ignore something that seems like coincidence, especially in a land like this so full of gods and monsters. But emerald, at least for my sister and I, is a means of regrowth and rebirth, which is what we hoped to bring to this area that has been so awfully touched by devastation and pain. Perhaps that's the gods, or if you would rather, fate guiding you in your own direction of rebirth and regrowth.
Yeah, maybe. Dr. Ray is like kind of lost in thought and like listening and appreciative and like absorbing the information, but absolutely lost in thought.
Mhm.
So she kind of like nods and doesn't ask any follow-up questions and just allows that to absorb and just kind of continues playing idly. Can I like
Okay.
just sit here and think with you guys?
Yes, of course.
Great, she does that. And occasionally gets at the gong.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do here? Peruse? Eat a meal?
Is this a place that we will more than likely be spending the night at?
Yes, this would be where you are setting up camp. It's already dark at this point.
Okay. Lilith will finish off her last drink, slightly tipsy. We'll make her way to, I guess, where we're camped. Set up a bedroll. She'll take Eleanor out, and she'll just sit there for a little bit and start humming a very soft melody. Kind of more on the eerie side to people who are not used to a Lilith. And out slithers Nyx, which will come up and wrap softly around her neck. As she lays down on her side, Nox will come out too, and Lilith will just hold her doll to her chest. Nox will curl up next to her, and she'll just doze off with her little friends beside her.
Oh, cute.
She starts dozing. Nebby is going to quietly walk by and just pull the blanket up and going to snug it around her a little bit. She's going to smile at the little creatures by Eleanor. Or by, Lilith. Eleanor, doll.
And her doll, Eleanor. Okay.
So what we're saying is the small Victorian child is laying drunkenly in the grass, clutching a broken porcelain doll with a snake wrapped around her neck and a demon at her side.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, as long as we got the
think it's
picture
very
In
right.
the most
Sweet.
adorable way.
So charming. I mean, look how peaceful she looks when she's sleeping and not snarking.
Aw.
True.
That's fair. Okay, Kenny's gonna go find food, I guess, because
Okay.
food would be ideal.
Yeah. So at the bonfire where like the cooking portion of it is, there is a drow that in like a kind of like rugged outfit with some well-worn leathers that seems to be cooking a amazing smelling dish. And as you approach, she's like, "Oh, are you hungry?"
Absolutely.
Well, I have just the thing for you. I recently took down a mastodon, so I have the best mastodon corundle to be found outside of Azarus. And she goes ahead and grabs a bowl. As she grabs a bowl and she scoops some of it into it, and it does smell amazing. And upon like glance and inspection, it seems to be some sort of like a rice that she put in the bottom of the bowl, topped with this spicy grilled mastodon, and what by like a sniff in the coloration, like a almost paprika infused vegetable, this like deep red squash. Roll a history check with advantage because you've traveled.
That was actually really good first roll. It's the 17.
17. You've had this before. The vegetable is called kurun, It's like it's a squash. It's grown only in Roshana's sunless gardens, so it's only grown without sunlight. And the dish itself, you are familiar with. It's a spicy meat with this kind of smoky squash, and which is the corundle part of it. So corund, the squash, and then the dul being kind of like a doll, like an Indian doll in base. So it goes over a rice and is sold and eaten that way.
Well, now I'm hungry.
So she goes ahead and she gives you a bowl, and she's like, I can absolutely assure you, you will not have better.
Real hard to not be like, I guess. I mean, Kaneen's gonna devour it and then ask if he can have more.
Yeah, she gives you a second serving.
He's gonna motion over to Nevi, and I assume Dr. Ray's sitting like not facing anybody at this point.
Oh yeah, she's just in her own world.
I would say, from what I understand, it sounds like Dr. Ray is very much removed kind of per usual.
Yeah.
New weird place. Gonna be weird about the new weird place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Some orphans are just that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna motion Nevi and be like, it's gonna point to the bowl and be like, it's really good, you should try some.
Nevi's gonna come over and she's gonna have some little creatures kind of skittering around her feet, and
Cute.
she's just happy hanging out with them.
Cute.
Nevi's going to avoid the kind of the meaty bit, but she's definitely eyeing up the squash and the rice.
Okay. She sees you like kind of poking around the meaty bit, and she's like, "Oh, are you vegetarian? Here, let me just." And she takes the bowl from you, and she's like, "I'm giving you more. Trust me. I just don't want to waste the meat if I cannot." And
She's gonna look really shocked and be like, "Do you not eat meat?"
I would rather not eat, my friends. I avoid it.
Fair enough.
And so she gives you then a serving of just the rice and the like vegetable dal on top of it, and doesn't include any of the grilled meat in it. And gives it
Nevi
back.
accepts it and is incredibly grateful. It smells wonderful. Thank you so much.
Of course, there's plenty more where that came from. This mastodon will feed everyone for a while.
Where did you learn to cook like this?
Oh, Azarius, a town in the mountains near Roshana. It's where I'm from.
Oh, you grew up there.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
it's kind of like an outskirts. It's a farming town, and do some hunting expeditions down from the mountain. And it's a nice little place.
What brought you here? Why are you in the Emerald Loop now?
Well, I just wanted to see where I could do a bit more good. You know, I mostly just cook, but whenever you're somewhere that's not so great, a good meal does a lot more than some other things, you know? Can keep you going
That
whenever you don't feel like it.
Nevi is going to reach out and take her hand, and then just quietly place a nicely wrapped little pouch full of biscuits and little treaty things.
She accepts it and she's like, oh, that's incredible. Thank you so much. There's no better gift than food.
Doing good with your food.
Thank you. I need both of you to roll a d10 for me.
Is this to figure out what my IBS is going to do?
If this truly was Indian food, yes, but no.
Okay, so it's a D10.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's an odd random roll.
I got a 5.
5, okay. And Kaneen?
9.
9. Okay, so Nevi, you're going to have 5 temporary hit points, and Kaneen, you will have 9 temporary hit points, and they will carry over into the next day.
Oh,
I
snazzy.
knew it.
I really thought it was a spice thing.
It would have been higher if you wouldn't ate the meat.
So it's 5 damage.
5 temporary hit points. So there should be temporary hit points to the side of your normal hit points. And so you will take away from those temporary
there
hit
it
points first if you take a hit.
Okay.
So it's like
Neat.
5 bonus hit points.
Oh, cool. It automatically.
Sweet. Thank you for explaining the math for me.
Yeah, no problem. And whenever you type in a number and hit damage, it should automatically take from your 10 hit points first.
It does.
Okay.
That's why I was curious on it. I want to check. It does indeed.
It's pretty
As-
smart.
Yeah. It makes one of us.
It makes one of us. I mean, that's why I consistently use D&D Beyond, because it's smarter than me a lot of times. It knows more than me too. All right. So we've got food. We've got Dr. Ray doing her mind bendy stuff, and Lilith's gone ahead and dozed off for the evening. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before the end of the night?
Nevi would like to go to the edge of the forest and just kind of breathe in the green and just kind of soothe her soul with all the little creatures kind of skitter around.
Yeah, you take a couple moments at the edge of the forest, and it takes a little bit, but you realize just about 15 feet away from you, one of the dryads, Rober, is also sitting there and in the woods, and for a moment you could have swore that she was just a bush, like just a kind of thorn bush sitting there. But then she shifts and a lightning bug kind of lands in her hand, and she glances back over to you and she's like, "It is really restoring to be able to come here, isn't it?"
I need to be around nature. I need to be around green and the animals. Do you live out here? Do you live in this forest?
Yes, now. We once lived in the Feywild, far away plain, but the calamity occurred, and we heard of the horrible things that happened to this realm, and what the people of this plane sacrificed to keep all planes safe. When the calamity occurred, many who were here on the material plane withdrew to the Feywild, but my sister and I left and came here hoping we could help those foolish but brave mortals. Their lives are so short, but they live them so fully.
I think it's beautiful that you're here. The world is better because of you and your sister. And Nevi's gonna come over and sit on the grass with her, and just over Nevi's shoulder you're gonna see just the smallest flicker of light, almost like a lightning bug, but then it just kind of fades.
She smiles and kind of like for a moment wraps her hand around the air where it was, and an actual lightning bug appears and it lands on your shoulder, where it seems to kind of crystallize for a moment into its own, almost like a brooch, but with a light that still pulses. You now have a mote of possibility. So, in the instance that you have to make a skill check or a saving throw or like an attack roll or anything like that, you can use this mote of possibility to re-roll and take the higher.
Mote of possibility. Lovely. Does it look like a little brooch? Is it something that Nevi can just kind of lovingly tuck in?
Yeah, it's like a little jeweled brooch of a firefly, but it has kind of a light in it that keeps flickering on and off, which is the mote of possibility in it.
Okay.
The brooch itself appears to be worth about 5 gold.
So this is
To
the same
Nevi, it's
as my inspiration, but lasts.
Yes. It's the same type of magic. It's dunamancy.
Okay.
Time magic.
Nevi is just gonna smile and wordlessly kind of tuck it just under her cloak so it's close to her heart.
You guys just kind of sit there wordlessly watching the fireflies dance through the bushes and share a moment before you kind of glance over your shoulder to see if she's still there, and there's just a cascade of leaves, and she seems like she's moved on to something else in the clearing.
He's just gonna smile and take that as her cue to go back and settle into a bedroll by Lilith.
Okay. Settle down. Get ready to take a long rest. Kaneen, Dr. Ray, anything else before you go to bed?
No, I'm just gonna sit around the fire with the little gobos and the new additions to the orphan squad.
The
Yeah.
new additions to the
Who, I mean,
They still have a mother.
unfortunate-
The half orphan squad.
Oh, right. Sorry. In my mind, the mother was gone too, but yeah, you're right. They did say they had a mother.
They do, yeah.
Semi-orphan squad. Honorary orphan squad.
Honorary
there you go.
orphan squad.
Honorary orphans.
Alright.
Dr.
Just
Dr. Ray
drinking till I go to
does.
bed.
Sorry.
You
Uh,
can-
Dr. Ray does notice that this magic is similar to hers and just kind of files that information away, feeling like these could be useful allies in the future.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You take note.
And then also goes and drinks until she collapses.
There is definitely plenty of drink and food, and it is completely provided in the clearing. You don't have to pay anything for it, and if you try to pay anything for it, usually people won't accept or they end up giving you something else in return. So you have a nice evening for the rest of the evening before you curl up in bed. The next morning, Nevi and Kaneen, you still have those temporary hit points. And then Dr. Ray, you have a charm of vitality.
Cool. Where'd I get that from? I just woke up with it.
You just woke up with it.
Cool.
Possible place to pass out then.
Yeah.
So
I don't-
it gives you the benefit of a potion of vitality as an action. You can activate it. So if you put potion of vitality in your inventory, you don't have
Okay.
to physically take the potion, but it is an action to activate the charm.
Is it one-time use?
One-time use.
Okay.
For you, that's a great thing because you had a bunch of exhaustion before. And a potion
Yeah.
of vitality removes all of your exhaustion.
Awesome.
So if it happens again, you've got it. Unlike a potion, though, the charm of vitality can't be passed from person to person. It is yours only. And it doesn't go away until you use it. It stays.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. The next day, you all awake, gather your things. Some of the wagons have already started moving out from the day by the time you all get yourselves together. And you move out and move on closer towards Bazazan. I need one of you to roll me a d8.
I don't really know who has rolled the worst D8 so far.
That moon sucked.
There are
I'm
good ones,
definitely-
you just haven't rolled any of the good ones.
Well, so far we've hit, like, yeah, I guess in theory, if it's 50-50, we have hit the 50% that is not good so far.
Why not?
Yeah. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll roll. 4?
4.
I mean, surely it's not
already
Devil
did
Bird
this
again.
one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the Devil Bird. We so that's the only coder with please not
Wait,
again.
I'm rolling excellently with these d8s.
Um,
5.
Oh, you don't need to reroll.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
The devil be our
So-
Aquarius again.
Oh, not another one.
Way up in the sky.
So the next day, your 9th day of travel, nothing seems to happen. You have a perfectly fine day. Okay, I need someone else to go ahead and roll.
I'll give it a try. 4!
Great.
Okay, this
How
time I'm
many-
going to
how
say you
many
do
devil
reroll. I'm not going to do this again.
3.
3. Okay. As you all continue down the road, eventually you see an overturned wagon on a ditch on the side of the road. You don't see the ox anywhere around or anything that might have been used to pull it anywhere around.
Is it
Do we notice if
broken?
there's any signs of struggle around it? Is there anything that would indicate why it's there?
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So as you kind of like look around and check, it doesn't seem like there was a struggle or anything like that. You can see the tracks of the wagon seem to suddenly sharply turn off the road. That either the animal that was pulling it was spooked, someone fell asleep at the reins and crashed the wagon, or something of the sort. As you come up and like look at and inspect the wagon itself from the outside, you see lying beneath the wagon are the bodies of 3 humanoids who seem to be in kind of merchant class attire. You see 2 drow and an orc laying underneath the wagon, crushed.
How old are the bodies?
Roll a medicine check.
15.
15. They're probably about maybe 13 hours old. Less than a full
Oh.
day.
Okay, so recent. Okay.
Fairly recent, yeah.
They're completely deceased, right?
Yeah, they are dead.
Okay.
Well,
You see one has like a broken neck.
that's unfortunate.
And around the broken neck of the orc, Nevi, you also see there is a small key on a chain.
Evie feels awful at the thought of looting any type of body, so she's going to point that out to Kneen.
You do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny's gonna be like, "Oh, dope," and just reach in and pluck it off.
Okay. You go ahead and you pull the chain off, and you have a small key now.
I'm gonna
So where
try-
does this go to?
Lilith will take the opportunity to just start investigating the area and see if there's anything else.
What are you looking for in the area?
Well, with them mentioning the key, I'll see if there's a chest maybe underneath the wagon from what I can see.
Okay, so you're investigating into the wagon.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
6.
6. So you start to head into the interior of the wagon, kind of squeezing yourself into the small space. And as you do so, 3 lights suddenly illuminate. And floating there, they send out an arc of electrical energy, and they are all going to try to shock attack you.
It's like, this is where we lose Lilith.
Lilith just like opens her arms and just like, I welcome it.
So one is a natural 2, so that definitely doesn't hit, but the other is a 17 and a 23.
Both of those hit.
Okay.
Gonna get like shocked and thrown right out.
Yeah.
10. So that's 17 in total lightning damage from both. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
We have-
Dang it.
we have have to fight thunder or lightning orbs? How do you fight a lightning
Did
orb?
we see where that came from?
You see the interior suddenly make a zappy noise and light up, and then Lilith scream.
Oh,
No.
great.
It's like an X-ray. You see on the if it's like a canvas wagon, you just see the skeleton of Lilith.
Great.
All right, 25 to 20.
Oh. No, sorry, never mind.
No?
I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah, nope, I was adding the entirely wrong thing.
Math is hard.
19 to 15. Yes, Kaneen.
18.
Nevi.
18.
What was that? I'm sorry, the first bit cut off.
Sorry, 18.
18. Okay, you both have 18. Who would like to go first?
You would.
Oh, yeah, sure. I would love to.
Okay, Kaneen. And then Nevi.
Yeah, I added it as an attack, and I was like, man, I rolled really well. Then I realized that this is the entirely different bonus.
Not an attack at all.
Yeah. No, well,
It's a dexterity check, basically.
yeah, which is really not ideal.
Not for you, but it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
All right. 14 to 10. No? Okay. 9 to 5. Yes, Dr. Ray.
Yeah, 7.
7. All right. And then what was that, Lilith?
4.
4.
Nice.
Okay, great. The
I was electrocuted.
the orbs get to go first. Sorry.
But I rolled well. We both rolled well.
They rolled better.
I'm
All
ready
right.
for that sweet damage.
Yeah, this is where we lose Lilith.
Or Lilith becomes a masochist.
I need Lilith to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Hey, how about that? 21.
21. Okay, so you succeed. As this kind of light envelops you, all of a sudden it grows brighter and it envelops you. You begin to feel the breath leave you. And then you kind of steel yourself and force yourself to gasp back in. And you're okay.
But is she?
No.
For the moment, from that one, the other two are going to shock attack you.
Lilith, I think you should get out of there.
I'm a little busy right now.
One is a 13, which I'm pretty sure misses.
Nope, it hits.
13 hits? Jesus Christ on a cracker. You're squishy. Why do you
Yes.
keep going into places?
Didn't think this one would be, but
Yeah, this did seem like
Teenagers
a
have-
safe bet, to be fair.
That is 16 lightning damage.
No impulse control. I mean,
Are you still up?
I'm still up.
Teenagers.
Okay, the second one was a natural 18, so it certainly hits.
it's safe to say I'm down.
That is
Yeah.
9 lightning damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
You hear another
Holy cow.
zap zap, and then Lilith screams again, and then you hear her body collapsing. Yup.
Oh, we know the sound of that thud.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it
Grim
really
was
takes out
unnecessary.
like a recorder and just not like but like a tape recorder and just like records the sound so she can sample it later.
Add it into your sick beats. Okay, great. So Lilith is knocked out. Kaneen, it is your turn.
I guess on hearing Lilith scream, then hearing what is clearly a limp body smacking against the floor of this wagon, Kaneen's gonna go ahead and fire up that little ragey rage
Uh-huh.
and charge on in there.
Uh-huh. It's pretty cramped quarters, but you do manage to make it in there.
Is this like a soft-sided wagon or a hard side, or like a hard wagon?
It is not like a hard wagon like a carriage. It's a covered wagon, so it has like support
like a
arches
canvas?
and then a canvas.
Okay.
Yeah. So the support arches are pretty sturdy, but they have mostly snapped. But the kind of post that they've made now is keeping it raised so you can get under it. You're just kind of in like an awkward position for someone your height. Lilith was able to make it in fairly easily at her height, but you're kind of like neck craned to the side, but you're still functional in the
Cool.
space.
I guess I'm gonna take and just sort of like smushy smush.
Yeah, okay.
How big are these? Are they just like
They're tiny.
like
They're
baseballs?
they're a little bit bigger than baseballs, like softball size.
Oh, man, if we were in an open environment, I could actually maybe hit more than one, but I don't think I can do that in this space. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna. Whichever one seems like I could hit it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to
there's 3
smash
of
it.
them. They seem
Yeah.
about the same.
Yeah. That would have been a good thought, but I don't have that anymore. Never mind. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that certainly hits. Poor Lilith.
Yeah,
Every
just
time.
didn't even stand a chance. Just like
No.
the shark all over again. Just
How many
immediately just-
times have I been knocked out now?
I don't want to
This is
count
like
this
4?
anymore.
I think this is like 4.
Yeah.
Did you actually get knocked out with the spider? I thought you just got really close.
No, I did get knocked out by the spider.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting up there. We made it do like concussion protocol.
The shark took me out twice.
Yeah, I think the shark was twice, the spider was once, and this was just 4.
Well, to be fair, if they hadn't like resuscitated you in the shark's mouth, it might have just killed you. Do I assume no dagger because it's a pokey poke and the dagger's at the front?
I'll say you still have enough space to swing with it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like I said, you're still functional in the space.
Okay,
It's
yeah, I just wasn't
not
sure. Okay,
comfortable.
that's fair. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to just assume that I'd be able to take a big or a decent
Yeah.
swing.
You're
Okay.
good.
No, well, I rolled a 1 for the dagger anyway, so it's
Mm-mm.
fairly inconsequential. But 8, 4, 2, 14.
14. Okay. So you smash at one of these light orbs, and it's kind of hard to tell how much you have and haven't done to damage these, but the light on that particular one does not seem as bright, and it looks kind of flickery, like it's on the edge of not existing anymore.
Okay, good. I was really hoping it wasn't gonna be like, yeah, it looks fine. Like, oh, cool. So orbs that just about suck the life out of Lilith.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good at all after that hit. So that is your bonus action and your action, and pretty much all of your movement.
Yeah.
Cool. Nevi, it is your turn.
Okay. Nevi is going to bust out Healing Spirit,
Okay.
and she is going to send it over to help Lilith.
Okay, so you move to an angle to where you can see Lilith, and you make it appear on the little like light sprite kind of dancing around her. Go ahead and roll the healing for that. I believe it's a d6.
Okay.
We're gonna do this again. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
It's a 4.
4. So you get 4 points of healing, Lilith. So you're
Yeah.
good again.
Yep.
You're conscious. Woo! For now.
And he's gonna look down at her as she pops up and be like, "You should probably get out of here."
She looks back up. I'm still laying on the ground. Just let me sleep.
I mean,
Just
at this
let me
point,
die
Camille
now.
should just pick her up and like football her.
I did think about it when I was first getting in there.
Attack
but
of
I was worried
opportunity
about-
hits her limp body. And she goes,
That is
"Hi."
exactly what I was worried about. That if I like just sort of like yank her out of there, that they just like boom, and just be like, oh, I don't know. I found her like this.
She was already dead whenever I found her. Okay, great. So that's your action, Nevi. Is there any bonus action or movement you would like to use? Well, additional movement. You had to move to see her, but
Um,
You're like about
Oh,
15
with-
feet out of the wagon, just with eyes on the inside.
okay, I'll probably hang out here and see
Okay,
kind of how this plays out.
cool. Dr. Ray, your turn.
Okay. So Kaneen is inside of an overturned wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Lilith is also there, just on the ground in melee with.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Ray is honestly just staggered because she didn't notice how these dead people came back to life and are apparently not dead any longer.
Well, it's
She
just
just
light
doesn't-
orbs. It's not people.
Oh, okay. But she thinks it's the orcs. Because she didn't hear orbs, she heard orc.
No,
Uh,
I orb.
Yeah. But she's just confused. She can't really see what's going on. Is there canvas covering the other side of the covered wagon? Or
Yeah,
has
so
it come off?
there's canvas still covering it, like it's ripped in places and stuff like that, so you can kind of see inside to a degree. But it is not like see through the bottom of the wagon, clearly.
So here's
If
what
you
Dr.
come
Ray.
around towards the back of it, like Nevi did, you can see into it fairly well, without going into it.
Oh, interesting. I don't really have any like jabby pokey spells. Here's what she's gonna do. She's gonna use some of her movement to go around towards the end that I assume Lilith's feet are sticking out of at this point, and look
Usually.
in, see what's going on. She's going to is there a way that I can essentially put myself in melee while moving Lilith and not have her incur an attack of opportunity? Because I'm basically replacing her by putting myself there.
So there is no way for you to move Lilith and her not have an attack of opportunity. That is a feature of a fighter called bait and switch.
Got it.
So there's a class for that. So I'm usually like, there's a feat for that. This particular time, there's a class for that.
Great.
But you can move Lilith. It just would still incur an attack of opportunity because she can't disengage.
I'm not going to do that. How far away, if I'm standing at the entrance, looking in, how far away is the orb?
The nearest orb is probably about, if you're standing at the entrance, about 15 feet-ish away.
Okay. I'm just gonna start trying to shoot rocks at it with my sling.
Okay. Where you're at and the length of the wagon, if you wanted, you could place a shatter at the end of the wagon and it would just hit the orbs and not your friends, just so you know.
Oh,
I know that
you know
is a
what?
spell that you like using.
Yeah, I'll do that. That makes so much more sense than just David and Goliathing these weird light things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
It's
David
Constitution
Goliath.
saving throws for them, right?
Please hold. Yes.
Okay. One rolled a nat 20, so that one succeeds. The other two fail.
All right. So that's 3d8, and I believe it's halved on a
A
successful
success,
save.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's 12.
12. Okay, great. So the one that Kaneen hit earlier just dissipates into nothingness.
Yeah.
The one that's kind of towards the far back of the wagon, the light significantly dims at this point. It's a little stronger than the one that the Kaneen hit previously that's now gone, but after he had hit it, it's a little bit brighter than that one was. But it's still pretty dim in comparison. And the other one looks fairly okay.
Okay. I forget the ruler. Am I allowed to also cast a spell if it's a bonus action, if it's not an attack? I.e., can I cast Healing Word?
You can cast a non-level spell. So you can cast a cantrip after you
Okay.
cast a level spell.
Okay. Well, that is not a cantrip, so my turn is over.
Okay, great. It is now Lilith's turn. You are awake and on the ground.
And in so much pain. I welcome this. This is my new life. I will disengage
Great call.
and get the fuck out.
Okay, yep. You disengage and you're like watching you, and then you back up into Nevi's waiting arms. And then I'm assuming you
I'll
get
have
a
biscuits
biscuit
for you later.
I want biscuits now.
All right, so that is your action and your movement. Is there a bonus action you would like to use?
No.
Okay, great. It is the orb's turn again. Cool. Yeah, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Kaneen.
Oh, I forgot they did that thing.
Isn't your constitution high though?
It is, and that was a nat 20. So.
Nat 20, great. Would you like me to take a shot?
Yeah, I'm not as worried about these orb things I say as they're
Also-
gonna like murder me.
Get her drunk.
Well, I thought was like, oh yeah. I mean, because my instinct with the barbarian is like, oh yeah, I rage. I put myself in between whatever it is and everything else, and I only take half damage. Lightning
Yeah.
is not a standard physical damage.
Nope.
So I will be taking full damage this entire time. Did not think about that until after. I was like, yes, standard operating procedure.
Oh, jeez. All right, great. Whew. Okay. So yeah, you feel similar to what Lilith felt earlier. This bright light envelops you, and you feel the breath begin to suck out of you. But you force it back, and you force yourself to take a breath. And you are fine. The other one is going to go ahead and do a shock attack. But that is an abysmal roll at a 13. Yep.
Not too far off. I really don't have a very high AC, but
It would hit Lilith, but it doesn't hit you.
I mean, it's fine. I'm only 14. I'm only one up on
Oh.
Lilith.
I
guess-
No, you said 14?
No.
You're 2 up on me.
Oh, I thought you said 13 met last
Mm-mm.
time.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
A
I'm 2
13
up
did
on Lilith.
meet, but 12 is her AC, so. But okay, great. That's its turn. Kaneen, it's your turn. There are 2 of them left.
I'm gonna smash whichever one's. From where I'm positioned versus where Dr. Ray is positioned, is there one that is like easier, like more in line of sight? Like, am I physically blocking any of them? I guess is my question.
Even if you were, you guys have worked together enough where you
Okay.
could move out of the way of any spells.
Perfect.
Bob
Yes,
and
I don't want to
Boo,
hit one and then be like, oh yeah, sorry, you can't see the other one, and now I'm just gonna
No, you're good.
finally figure out what this weird soul sucking thing is.
Yeah.
No,
you're
we
good.
have a secret orphan language. We got this.
Series of clicks and weird mouth
Farts.
Yeah.
We've established the farts.
And,
we have to keep
yeah,
going with
lower
it.
mouth sounds.
The fox, my god, the
Wow.
fox.
Okay,
That's so
great.
gross.
So go ahead and make your attack roll. I'm
I'd
assuming
like
you're
to hit
going for
whichever
the
one's.
more damaged one, right?
Kind of want to hit the brighter one.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do I know which one tried to like suck the soul out of me? Because I want to hit that one. If I have, which one didn't try to shock me? I guess is the answer.
Yes. So the one that glowed brighter and tried to suck the soul out of you was the one that is more damaged.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to hit that one.
Okay,
Take
fuck
that
that guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just trying to think of any reasoning really, and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, I don't think that's actually gonna hit. I don't suppose by chance a 9 hit.
It certainly does not.
Yeah,
So it kind of
hard whiff.
blinks out of existence and then back to existence again.
Well, that seems like cheating.
Well, I mean,
Kanina's gonna say out loud.
it seems mad about it. A little frustrated at you for accusing it of cheating. Great. That is your action. Is
Blink
there
out of
any
existence.
bonus action you would like to use?
I don't really have. The only bonus action I think I actually have is rage.
Rage. Cool. Great.
And
I mean,
already
you
doing
could
it.
insult it further.
Just giving you the option.
I think those are free actions, from my
Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah, and-
Free action. I'd like to flip off the one that just cheated.
Okay, free action of flipping it
Yeah,
off. Got
I
it.
forgot that
Yeah.
that was happening. Yes.
Yeah. flipping something off, crying, free actions. Giving up, free actions. Great. That brings us to Nevi.
How wounded is Lilith right now?
I'm sorry, I only have 4 hit points right now.
Real bad.
Oh dear. Okay.
She's like barely standing on her feet at this point.
Yeah, Nevi is going to do Cure Wounds on Lilith.
You do have your Healing Spirit on her, so it is a bonus action to automatically give her those 6. I mean, you can do both, but yeah, it's just a bonus action to give her a d6 worth of hit points now.
Okay, so now I just rock the d6 and Lilith benefits.
Yeah, gets healing.
I gave you 6.
Hey!
Yay!
So now she's up to 10.
This is when the healer realizes they have all the power in the group.
It's true. These are the facts. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you have that for 1 plus your spellcasting modifier amount of time. So you've used it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
then
that
1
means I
plus
get-
your wisdom saving throw modifier. Well, not your wisdom saving throw, your wisdom modifier. So you have 5 times. You've used it twice. You have 3 more left before the spirit disappears. Healing Spirit's a great
Smile
spell.
at Lilith and be like, yeah, we got this.
So you do also have your action free that you can cast a spell or do whatever you would like with.
Do I know if it looks like they could be impacted by anything? Like, do I understand kind of what they're doing as they blink out?
The one that blinked out whenever Kanine tried to hit it, it seemed more of like a way to like avoid or dodge. Not that his weapon didn't do anything. You did notice whenever he hit things, it didn't seem to have as great of an impact as it usually did, but they don't seem to be very, very sturdy.
But do they seem sentient? Do they seem like they have an understanding, or like they're more of a mechanical?
They don't seem mechanical, but they don't seem to be sentient in the sense of like have a real thought process. It seems to be sentient in the same sense of like a snake guarding its den or something like that.
Okay. Close am I?
How close are you? You're 15 feet back from the wagon. So you're about 20 feet back from the first one.
There's not too much I can do. I'm gonna hang out and see if I can keep being of assistance.
Okay, great. Dr. Ray, your turn.
Just gonna shatter that shit again.
Okay, great. Constitution saving throw. Both of those Constitution saving throws were a natural 18, so they will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still 6 damage for them apiece. I rolled 12.
Nice. All right. So, the one that was better before now looks about as rough as the more rough one. And the one that wasn't doing good is kind of like barely hanging on. It's like flickering in and out.
Damn right it is. I'm gonna inspire myself.
Great. Yeah.
So there's 3 total.
You like give yourself a high five.
Yeah. I deserve this.
All right, great.
I see
Lilith,
is Liz
it is
Lemon
now
right now.
You said it was me?
Yes, it's your turn, Lilith.
Yeah. Under her voice, she's like, I am so tired of being abused and taken advantage of. Eleanor? And you
go.
hear this voice go, I put a spell on you. As her eyes glow red with a faint symbol in it, and that same symbol appears on one of the damaged ones. Dealer's
I mean,
choice.
they're both damaged. More damage or less damage?
More damage.
Okay.
And after casting Hex on it, she's going to follow up with an Eldritch Blast
Okay, great.
for a nat 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you like me to take a shot, or
Oh,
would you like?
I'm doing the full damage.
I would suggest not doing the full damage and taking a beneficial effect if you're going to do that, because it is nearly dead.
Okay, I'll take the beneficiary effect, and
Okay.
I will do the regular damage.
Okay, roll your regular damage.
All right, so that's 12 force damage.
That one completely dissipates. Go ahead and roll your damage a second time.
That's 15 damage.
Okay, great. So the Eldritch Blast hits one and it dissipates, and that moat seems to wrap around. And Nevi, you can see it from where you're at, but the broken doll, you see kind of the broken bits of its head glows this purple, and this smoke begins to leak out of it, and the moat of eldritch energy spins in place for a moment and turns, and then shoots towards the other wisp and just obliterates that one, and they are both gone.
Nice.
We are out of initiative.
Nevi smiles because she knows this is going to help Lilith's mood.
He needed a win.
All right. Kaneen, from where you are in there, you can see in the wagon that there is a lockbox that has kind of been like jarred from its position underneath some of the boards and is sticking out. And it looks like it has a keyhole just big enough for the key that you have.
Can I grab it?
Yeah.
Can I like get it out of the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to do that then, to not be in the weird, shocky temple that has made itself home here.
Yeah, sure.
I'd be like, hey, look, guys, I found a box.
I'm going to steer clear of that box. You go ahead and open it over there.
Lilith, if you let everything that almost kills you become a fear, you're gonna have a really rough time, it seems.
Okay, I'm sorry. Have
Nevi
you gone
just-
down that hole yet? I have been bitten by a spider. I have been chomped on by a shark. I have been electrocuted.
Those snakes almost got me at the start. He's kind of like, oh, fair enough. I just pop the box open.
Okay, as you
More orbs.
as you pop the box open, Lilith, you hear in almost your head these three voices saying thank you. And you have a charm of heroism now. So this works like a potion of heroism, a lot like the charm of restoration that Dr. Ray received. It is once as an action.
Mm-hmm.
The potion of heroism gives you 10 temporary hit points for an hour, and you are under the effect of a bless spell during that hour.
Ooh.
Once you take it. It is an action to activate the charm. It cannot be transferred to someone else, and it is one use.
One use only.
One use only.
And I'll just add the multitude of voices in my head.
Great. And Kaneen, you look through the chest. In the chest, you find a pouch containing 50 gold, a potion of hill giant strength.
Ooh. Okay, he's gonna divvy up and hand each of you 15 gold.
Nice.
Yeah, 15, 15, 5. Got, yeah.
Okay. You all continue on until the evening, so go ahead and mark yourselves a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, hit points.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm not upset that I didn't have to use them, to be fair. Simon, I
Yeah.
do want to know what was the soul sucking effect if we failed? Can we know?
Roll a either Arcana or a religion check.
So, hey, Kaneen, roll an intelligence check. Gotcha.
Yes. Well, I don't know if you're proficient in one.
Oh no, no.
I don't know.
Lilith will look over you. You die.
That is
Nights out.
an
Never
18.
wake up.
18. So yeah, you are familiar with this particular magic. You've never had it done, but you've heard about it. And these creatures, they're will-o'-the-wisps. They try to attack and lure travelers off a trail often, and they're often found where bodies of travelers are found, where they met untimely and unfortunate ends, and were bitter about it. The kind of like areas that they have met ends at tend to harbor some ill will or bad feelings or an event that turns them into these evil little motes of energy. They can literally suck the souls out of people. If you do not succeed against the magic, you die. You don't get knocked out, you die.
Be like
You full die. It is the equivalent of second edition's like death save or die magic, like the death magic in second edition.
So
Wow, that is lucky.
Out of character, if Lilith does go down, one of those better be taking my place.
So yeah, and they tend to attack indiscriminately anyone who enters the area where they died. But so yeah, you are familiar with them. You've never encountered them, but you're pretty familiar.
like to never again, knowing that now.
Yeah, it's not great. So after that long rest, you guys awaken the next morning and begin heading out for your last couple days of travel. You have 2 days left. That was day 10. You have day 11 and day 12 to arrive, but we will go ahead and wrap there as we're past time. I just wanted to finish that combat and that looting. Thank you all for hanging out with us. I will be back on Sunday with our solo Sundays playing, hopefully, fingers crossed, God almighty, Strange Horticulture, where I pet cats and I have plants and I solve a murder, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. I'll be drunk, so I don't know. Again, thank you all for hanging out. We'll see you around, and as always, stay classy. Bye.
Bye.